I'm so pissed. I kind of don't have a voice because I lost it once Chelsea decided to score a goal. But yeah, welcome to Casually FC. Welcome to the match reaction to today's game. Manchester United won, Chelsea won. If you're a United supporter, you can come out of this better, I guess. The pressure was mostly on Chelsea for this one to win, and we failed. One of the few positives I can come out with this is the fact that we're in fourth place with a goal difference ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal are now in fifth. And Neto and CAICEDO. That's it. We have a lot to talk about today. I am absolutely fucking furious. I'm furious that we're not there yet. Like, this is clearly and obviously a sign to show that this Chelsea team is nowhere near ready for a title race. And that we still need to be fighting for top four, because top four is not entitled to us. We're not there. We're not that team yet. And so we need to step the fuck up. James too. Sorry, Derek. James too. But we will talk about the game. Before we do, ladies and gents, you already know, smash a like for my fucking sanity today. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're new here, check out the links in the description. Leave a comment if you're watching us in the future. And also be sure to check out memberships. It all helps out. But I am annoyed. I am so annoyed. Summary of the game. We give United the goal. We give fucking Manchester United the goal. Stupid fucking Robert Sanchez mistake. And we react. Enzo comes on. Play to Neto. Neto wins a corner. First, like, real diagonal pass. Enzo comes on, manages to pull it off. Well, we were trying to pull up all game. James pulled it off. Cole Palmer pulled it off, but our rest of midfield couldn't pull it off. Enzo comes in, passes it to Neto. Neto gets a corner. We get the corner, and the volley lands right in front of CAICEDO, and CAICEDO scores. And it's a 1-1 game. And honestly, I don't even know if we could have gotten a second goal at that point. We should be winning. We should have been fucking winning. And here's the fucking annoying part. I look at the Manchester United side. And I know, and I know you guys in the chat, I know guests in the background, in the backstage, I know, all of us know that we could have walked out of that game with a result, with a win. But players didn't step up. Players did not step up. And I want to look at Maresca. I really do. But at the end of the day, I look at that lineup and I'm like, okay, you know what? We should be able to beat United with this lineup. Look at their attack. Look at Garnacho. What did Garnacho do? Look at Rashford. Hit the bar. And then after that, what? Nothing. Højlund diving all fucking game. Diving, looking for something. You know the game plan with Højlund. And Sanchez, what do? You fall for it because you are a fucking bozo. I'm done trying to defend this guy. I'm done trying to even slightly defend it, because sometimes what happens is I feel like there's over criticism of the guy. And so my natural instinct is to reel it back a bit. Let's try to be balanced about this. But no, I'm done. Every match, consistently, bozo moment. Without that bozo moment, it's 1-0. We could at least walk away with a win. What did they do past that? Nothing. And here we are sitting talking about a draw to this, shitty United side. And it should have been a win. And now I'm looking at Arsenal thinking, oh my God. If this is how bad this performance could be, you need to win against Arsenal. Maresca, Chelsea, the players in the A-team, B-team, you need to win. And that's another thing. We didn't even see Nkunku or Felix come on. And whether it's because Maresca doesn't trust them or they're not good enough, both are issues right now. But when you have Jackson and Palmer, who right now, I'm saying this with chest, I'm keeping it straight. If I'm going to sit here and praise Palmer for the performances that he could put up to be world class, I am going to criticize him as well. And today, Cole Palmer, you had a few nice moments, but that didn't do shit for the game. You needed to step up, and you did not step up today either. And I would have hooked you. I would have taken you off. I would have substituted you on and brought on a João Felix. Because let's try something. Let's try something. Something. Your place in this team isn't stapled in either. You are not better than criticism. Nicholas Jackson also didn't show up either. We'll discuss all this, guys. Obviously, I'm angry. I'm a little emotional. But Nicholas Jackson, what did you do today? I'm giving Nkunku a shot and see what he can give me in 10, 15 minutes. But no, Maresca didn't trust him. And that speaks on Nkunku and Felix as well. You guys need to step up. Everyone in this team needs to step up. There are very few players that I see in this team right now that are taking the opportunity they have to show I need to be in this team. I'm going to take this team and I'm going to get a result. Malo Gusto needs to be benched. No more. Malo Gusto needs to be benched. I need to start seeing Cucurella. If it means that Cucurella inverts and Reese has to go to RCB and that we have Fofana as central center back, so be it. And Fofana, you're another one that I'm looking at funny too. Because at central center back, where was your positioning for that header? You missed it, and then forces Robert Sanchez to do what he did. You know what? Robert Sanchez had a decent game up until the error, and that just throw it all out with the rest of it. Cost us another game. But yeah, I obviously I want to be fair, and I want to let everyone else talk as well. Let's bring back Oliver, my friend. Long time no speak. How have you been? Nice to see you. You know what? Just because you just came in, I'll give you a nice little stand. Oliver's the highlight of today's match. He's back. Talk to me, Oliver. What are you saying, brother?
I mean, what can I say? That was not good enough. This is United's worst league start in the history in the Premier League era. I mean, they not really one up himself from last year, so you know it's something where you come into this and they don't even have a manager. They're running on vibes. They're literally doing 2022-23 Lampard ball that we were doing on Lampard. And look where that got us. We won one game in like 12. We should be expecting to beat these guys if they're going to turn up to Old Trafford with his vibes. It's not good enough. And I'll start with the manager. I want to go to you see Fly's comment about fraud watch. I'm not there yet, if you want to put it. Yeah. So
here we go.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. But...
That's the one. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not on fraud watch yet. There are definitely people tonight that are going to be Maresca out, and that's way too far for me. But I've seen it. I don't want to say fraud watch yet. But the Malo Gusto thing, he's not been good all season. And I can have sympathy with that. He is still 20 years old and he's getting used to a new role. But he hasn't been good all season. We tried this new thing where James plays at left back in the last game. It just hasn't been working for him all season. And now that we have a fit right back with James, and Cucurella was never performing badly either, it's time for Malo Gusto to come out of the lineup. And that doesn't mean I don't like him as a player, but he just needs it for his own sake. And develop a role on the training pitch. I think that's one thing. That's my biggest thing on Maresca. But again, today with some of the, and I guess you can go to the goalkeeper as well. I mean, whether or not you rate Jorgensen or not, at the end of the day, like if you think he's worth an opportunity, then that's up to you. You can maybe blame obviously Ben Roberts and the recruitment on us not having good goalkeepers, but the persistence with Sanchez when he has these moments every single game, that if it doesn't cost us, it unsettles us, and that just leads to nerves. You want to have control of the game. You can't control the games with these kind of players. So that's sort of where I look at the manager. But then with some of the players as well, I look at Lavia today. He had a decent first half. Second half, the drop-off was so apparent, and that's why Enzo had to come on. And whether or not you think Enzo had a good game, and that's another discussion. But Lavia dropped off so much and was killing a lot of our attacks. So there's got to be accountability for the manager and players today. It wasn't good enough from the collective, and you can only name again less than a handful of players. You look at your Netos, especially in the second half, and then CAICEDO for the whole game. Top class. That, they definitely deserve the praise, but the rest of the players and then the manager for some things, we have to hold them accountable. Simple as that wasn't good enough, and a win was the only thing that was acceptable today, even if it was ugly.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, too, like I said earlier, I would have accepted a 1-0 win. I would have accepted a win. I wouldn't have been happy about it. I would have thought we needed to perform better, but I would have accepted it. Not a fucking draw. This is ridiculous. This team is not good. What did you, as a neutral or as a fan of Chelsea, see from United on that pitch that made you think, damn, they might beat us? I didn't. I was convinced at one point in the game, I stopped worrying about them being in our box. That's how toothless that attack is. But it's just we're rewarding them and giving them the red carpet. Like, here's our net. We want to make this an entertaining game. Go ahead. Yeah, it's been 0-0 long enough. Someone score. Here, go ahead. There you go. Here, Sanchez will greet you to the door. Thanks. It's ridiculous. Curry Pirate, talk to me, my friend.
Sorry, 1 second. Pretty livid. I'm more mad at the players than Maresca. I'm sorry.
That's understandable.
He said like, and I get the whole Gusto and Cucurella thing, but he made that mistake. But then the first substitution he made is put Cucurella there because he's like, Gusto's just dog shit, and he even said that it was tactical, right? Because I think he liked the idea of that from Newcastle in specific because maybe just giving him passing, quote unquote, those long balls that ends up Fernandes is right? So he was seeing that in the Newcastle game. So he's like, yeah, I want pacey wingers that they have.
Curry,
they might not be
Curry,
great, but
you're
they're
cutting
pacey
up,
as fuck.
Curry. You're cutting up quite a bit, Curry. I don't know if you want to try to connect and stuff, but yeah, you're cutting up quite a bit. Here, let me get some other people back here up stage. What's going on, folks? Chris, welcome. Tell me.
I can't right now. My dog's going insane. Like he's barking at nothing.
Okay, go do your thing. Scott, talk to me, brother. While Chris's dog is pissed off by the result as well. How you feeling, man?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Here, let Scott go, and then I'll let you go, Curry.
Yeah, I've calmed down from where I was earlier. That was bad. That was very bad. Particularly in second half. Like first half was okay. Still wasn't great, but it was okay. Like it looked like we were in control of the game. But yeah, second half was bad. And I think second half reaffirmed a few things for me about this team and where we're going in certain positions and whatnot. And then yeah, there were some positives. I thought like CAICEDO and Lavia, massive positives. Reece has been a massive positive since he's come back. I think he looks the same player that he's always looked. But yeah, just not really good enough. And it kind of sucks because United were for the taking. They weren't a good team. Like that was a bad team that we played today. and we just didn't take advantage of that. Yeah, just could have been so much better, and that's probably the worst performance I've seen from us this season from the quote unquote like A team first 11.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let me ask this. We'll go around the horn. Actually, Curry, since you're back, actually give me your views on the game.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying that, I was putting him more on the players than Maresca. Like, I was saying I got the idea in terms of Newcastle for Reece James being left back because I think it provides the outball that Enzo Fernandez is supposed to provide because we saw that in Newcastle. So I got that for this one too because he did that again in the first half. But, first, obviously Sanchez with the Boza mistake, but also on Fofana. Madueke, what the fuck is the point of you? What is the point of you? You're supposed to be one-on-one, being able to run after them, even if you get few chances, and make the correct decisions. But you're not doing that. And Neto, I feel like he's slowly growing into this team, which is great. Because he will be our starting winger in whatever you put him in, because left wing or right wing, he's been doing great recently. Jackson, I can't get mad at Jackson too much. I'm sorry. Once again, just like Liverpool, little to no service. What can I get mad at him about? Mostly, it's the first touches in the first half that weren't good enough, and I can get upset at him for that. But the lack of service for him, I think in general, I can't get mad at him for that. Palmer was not good enough. Once I can admit that. There's some good moments, but not good enough. And also, the substitutions, I can get... You know what? I can get why he didn't want to play João Felix. I'm more mad at the not subbing on Neto, but João Felix I get more because he's so selfish. He's so fucking selfish and so trigger happy. I don't trust him there. I'd rather have, like we've said again, I think it was against Newcastle, Liverpool, where if we're sub on Nkunku at the 10 and put in Palmer at right wing, because Madueke was doing dog shit again. And I'm sorry, I have to criticize Enzo Fernandez again. The passes were not good enough again. And he had an opportunity and he fluffed it up. I'm sorry, he's been so shit. He has to pull up a moment of magic for us to be like, okay, you have something. The passes of switch, like remember there was a switch up play he was trying to do and we're like, to fucking who? To fucking who in the 80th minute? To who? It went straight to the United defender. To fucking who? And then he misses a chance that basically could have got us the win. But he fluffed that up.
So are we really criticizing Fernandez for coming in to score a goal? Like since we know
yes, because that opportunity was clear. I am sorry. I expect that even if that opportunity happens to any other player too, I'm criticizing if it's Gusto, if it's Jackson, if it's any player besides bar maybe the center back. I'm criticizing every single one.
He's unmarked on the edge of the box.
Every single one of them for that. Yes. At least fucking get it on target or fucking challenge the keeper. It went above easily. You had lots of space. It was basically a one-on-one almost. Finesse it or something. That chip shot was dog shit.
Not really. I mean, listen. At the end of the day,
that chip was not good enough.
All of us know Enzo Fernandez can't shoot.
Yeah.
So why am I going to be pissed off when I know he can't shoot?
No. He's the quality of player for fucking Chelsea. Like I said, if Gusto misses that, I'm pissed off. You know what annoys me? Because
you know what annoys me is because I feel like people are praising Lavia a little too much when in the second half, and Oliver did do this, in the second half, he was shit. He was single-handedly stopping our momentum. And I was so frustrated with how often we weren't connecting that final third pass, just staying there, holding the ball for way too long. And then the moment, unfortunately, Lavia and CAICEDO were on the pitch when we conceded the stupid penalty. And then the next action that happens is the substitute that I asked for, which is bring off Lavia, bring on Enzo. Enzo's first touch connects it diagonal, which we were looking for all day. The only players that pulled it off were Palmer once and James from time to time. He gets a diagonal pass to Neto. Neto wins the corner, and then the next corner is our goal, our equalizer.
We also talk about the other long passes he fucked up in the 80th minute, 85th minute. No, let's not baby this bullshit with this guy. I'm sorry, he's fucking 105 million pounds. No, we're not babying him.
But are we really going to sit here and focus on Enzo like he was the one that played 65 minutes?
No, I'm pointing out the mistakes.
Like you realize there were 65 minutes that there were other midfielders on the pitch that didn't do enough either.
aggressive.
So, like, why? Like,
no,
why are
Caicedo
we?
did his job. No, Caicedo did his job. He's
Caicedo
not
did his job.
yeah,
What about the
100%,
other
yeah.
one? Or what about the rest of the players? Why
No,
are
you
we
said
focusing
midfielder
in?
specific. No. First, no. Let me tackle it. First, I criticize Madueke for being dog shit. I'm not criticizing Jackson as much because he got lack of service. I criticized Palmer. I said the other chance we had, which was free, was Enzo, and he's an impact player. Just like how Nkunku fucks up his substitutions, we're gonna criticize these substitutions because they're supposed to make a fucking impact. That's the point. So Nkunku came on and
we're dying on the hill.
Livid too.
We're dying on this hill that he should have scored this.
Yes.
I mean,
there's three men in front of him.
I would say he could have done better that one, but
He could have done better. I 100% agree. He could have done
Way better.
But we also need to be making better chances. We also need to be better as well.
I noticed we played better. By the way, we played better when Enzo came on today. Like, we was playing more chances.
I wouldn't say that. I would not say that.
We lost control because this is the problem, right? Like, this is one thing I definitely wanted to clock on this subject today. It's a fine game of balance now, right? Because Caicedo has to play. No, hands down, Caicedo must play. So there's no question whether Caicedo should be in that midfield. He has to be in the midfield. He is our best midfielder. But when Enzo comes on, we look better attacking, but we concede control, and it looks like a fucking basketball game, like the end of the game.
I thought we did.
Like the end of the game. What? But Lavia is in the pitch. We have more control. We do possess the ball more.
We do not look better offensively. It's just, excuse me, he came on during the end of the game when we're throwing the kitchen sink. I would expect the same. Even if Lavia got subbed on and Enzo was playing the entire game, I'm not going to be like, oh, we performed so much better attackingly because Lavia came on during the freaking 80th minute and we're throwing the kitchen sink to try to get the win. No, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. His passes, besides that one switch play, was not good enough. And Lavia, I'm not going to criticize him because he's our fucking DM. I'm not expecting him to play switches of play. He's supposed to
we're going to
break
criticize
up play.
Enzo for shooting, right?
This is what I'm saying.
No,
this is what I'm saying.
no,
You're not keeping the energy consistency.
No, because I'm done with this. I am done with this babying from Marshall and fucking Kai and fucking Gems. No, because what happens is Caicedo then moves to DM and he's keeping the ball ticking and Enzo did the fucking attacking 8. And Lavia was the fucking DM and Caicedo was the attacking 8. That's why he was creating more chances. Caicedo was keeping the ball ticking when he was in the 6th position. That's why I'm criticizing Enzo, because Enzo is the attacking 8 now. In the Lavia position, Lavia is the DM. He's keeping the ball ticking like he's supposed to and break up play. And then it's on Caicedo to move the ball and keep it moving forward, which he was doing. That's why I'm pissed. If Enzo was playing in the DM and then Caicedo wasn't doing his job, I would be as livid with Caicedo. And that's not even the main point. I'm just saying that was a big miss because these are big misses that we need to convert. Because in Nkunku, we were shit the entire game in terms of Bournemouth, but then we had a slim chance and he created something out of nothing. I need that from my impact players, from these substitutions. They need to make an impact, right? Kind of like Trossard sucks ass at starting, but whenever he gets subbed on, he does something, right? Origi back in the day, like Remy for us back in the day. They need to make an impact because they're substitutes, and you need to show us why the fuck you should even challenge for the main squad, especially after the shit game you played fucking against our midweek in Newcastle from Nkunku, Felix, and Enzo and everyone. That's the issue. Madueke is also, like I said, dog shit. What's the fucking point of your job, dude? You're supposed to be one-on-one and making correct decisions, but you were dog shit again. Get him off. People are saying Mudryk ran into something. I saw more from Mudryk trying to do something than Madueke today. If I'm playing Arsenal, I'd rather start Sancho or Mudryk on the left than fucking Madueke and then move Neto to the right. I can't blame Jackson. Fofana should have done way better than when that fucking header, because before then he was good, and after then he was good too. There was a chance with him and Xerxes, and he bodied that man and blocked the second shot. But that jumper from Fofana was bullshit, because after he missed that, he put Sanchez in a shit situation, and we know how dog shit Sanchez is. And I'm not pissed off at Enzo as much as I'm pissed off at fucking Rob Sanchez, because he's fucked us again. That's the issue.
That doesn't seem that way. Doesn't seem that way at all.
Yes, no, it's because you in specific, Marcel, baby him. You and all these guys.
I criticized him. I literally spent the whole segment last match criticizing how shit he was. I was the one that pointed out he had 26 lost possession. If I'm babying him, would I really point that out?
Speaking of which, he lost the ball 5 times in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Again,
But again, this is why I'm saying when he comes into this game, it turns into a basketball game. We did look more open when he came on, but that's not to say I wasn't just as frustrated with Lavia on the pitch when he constantly kept either second half, to be specific. There was some times in the first half, but second half, specifically the second half, when he was just constantly passing it to the opposition player or not moving the ball fast enough at all, or not finding the runs or not finding spaces, which this is another thing I got to criticize Palmer and Jackson for, making the wrong runs. So, like, I'm saying keep the energy consistent because Lavia wasn't that great in the second half. There's a reason he got taken off. But if anyone else wants to speak on that, go ahead.
I don't think Lavia was that bad. I think that a sub needed to happen just for a change, for like to switch.
I just
don't think he was that bad. Comes to Enzo quickly, I just think he's such a nothing player. Like, he's such a nothing player. He doesn't really offer you anything in particular. Like, he's not the reason why we lost. I think that needs to be said. Well, I didn't think it needs to be, but apparently it doesn't need to be. But he just, like, he offers you next to nothing. Like, I noticed this when the subs were made and with like who else we had on the bench, and when it comes to games where we're not doing great in, we have like almost no game changers, and that's because either we don't have game changers, or the people we thought were meant to be game changers are nowhere near effective enough. Like outside of Nkunku, and he's not really playing. When everyone is on the bench that we think is meant to be on the bench, there is not outside of Nkunku, there's not a single difference maker on that entire bench, and that's an issue.
But I mean, I get what you're saying, but like at the same time, it's so tough for me to come out with chess and being like, no, bring on Nkunku, bring on Felix, because I get where Maresca's coming from. Maresca, you gave these guys a chance to prove that they're good players and that they can, do the job for you against Newcastle, right? And what did they do with your trust? They didn't show up. And I'm talking about Felix, I'm talking about Nkunku. And in this game, like,
you could bring on Palmer should have come off.
Thank you, because that's what I was going to ask. Like, I know Palmer is the type of player that can be a difference maker, but today, I'm sorry, you had a few moments, but sometimes you just like to overcomplicate everything, and I know you're the type of player that can make the difference, right? And this is the same thing that I criticize Liverpool fans about, with why'd you take off Mo Salah? Mo Salah is the type of player that in the 89th minute, he could score you the goal. Palmer is that type of player. But God damn it, man. It just didn't, to me, at no point did I feel that Palmer was going to be giving us the game winner. I wanted to see all right, Felix, see what you could bring to the table. Or Nkunku, see what you could bring to the table. But you guys haven't earned that trust from the manager. So is it on the manager? Should he have taken that risk? Or is he right in not bringing those players on?
Felix,
I think you have to criticise doing nothing.
Yeah, like Nkunku's the only other sub would have brought on. Outside of that, he brought on the 3 subs he should have brought on. It just sucks that like Mudryk didn't do anything. Like, you could tell that
he tried, though. It looked like he was trying,
But like, 100%. But like, he still really didn't do anything. And like, he had a couple moments that was still like, it's still the old Mudryk, where it's like there was one moment where a United player did a slide tackle in front of him. Yeah, he had time to get the ball around him, and he just ran straight into the guy that was on the floor. And so he still does a couple of things like that. As I said, Enzo like coming on did nothing for us. Like, for everything that he was trying to do on the ball, he takes away off the ball. I'm sorry, like, he lost the ball 5 times in 20 minutes. That's half the amount that he lost the ball, half the amount of times that Caicedo and Lavia did in much less game time. And his passing still isn't anywhere near the level I expected it to be. Like, again, for every long ball he was doing and switch that was decent,
67% accurate passing, 15 passes.
Yeah, like that's not good for a central midfielder. That's not good. And just doesn't affect the game really in any meaningful way in a game like that, where it's like we needed something special to score. Just doesn't really do anything. Kukurea I thought was really good. He was like the only sub that really did anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a lot of these these players not turning up. Like, I thought we had some good performances today. That's what's weird. Like, James I thought was excellent. I thought Colwell was good. Caicedo it doesn't need to be said. Best midfielder in the league this season on form. And then Neto I thought was good as well. like at least he on both sides as well. I thought he was giving Dalot problems, and then was trying to give Mazraoui problems and was succeeding sometimes, and was also a bit hard for him. But too many players not playing enough, and like too many players just showing us the same as the whole. And I've said, like, off the back of this game, like we're the season. I still think we get top 4 for the rest of the season. But in the first 2 changes we have to do above all else are a keeper and a centre back. Like, if this club is serious, like, it was up to me, I would go and sign in January or the summer. I'm doing whatever I can to try and get Christensen and Rudiger back, and I'm going out and getting someone like a Diogo Costa. Maybe not specifically, but someone of that ilk. And I'm selling Sanchez. I'm selling Disasi, Tosin, Badiashile.
Are you Tosin?
Yeah, I'd sell all 4 of them. None of them are good.
No. The reason why I'm saying
Fofana's in the same bracket as all the rest of them. Like they're all in the same bracket. None of them are good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
None of them are good enough. Outside of Colville, none of them are good enough.
Oh, the centre backs.
With regards to just with the Scots thing, like for example, Jonathan Tah for Bayern Leverkusen is on free. He's captain of Bayern Leverkusen. He's running out of contract this summer in 2025. Pre-sign him in the winter. That's what I'm saying, right? And then Fofana might be our second right center back, and then Anselmino's the new kid coming in the summer, right? So he would be our 5th center back. That's why I get selling Tosin and Disasi on that right side. Sorry, go ahead. That's all.
You don't think they're trying to look to get rid of Fofana though, because does he not fit the wage structure? He's on 200, right?
Yeah, probably for that reason alone. To be honest, he was an
£80 million
he's
signing or something. He's just not good. He's not good enough today. Proved that.
He's not there.
Well, no. Yeah, that's our point of view, but the club might hold that angle as well.
But like, let me ask you guys something, because someone proposed this, and I was thinking like, maybe, I don't know. When Cucurella comes in, right, and Malagusta comes off, and we do need to talk about Malagusta, but when Cucurella comes in and Malagusta comes off, Cucurella is now inverting, and Reese is tucking inside, then shifting Fofana to center back. Do you guys think it's one of those cases where if you are going to invert on that left side, with whether it be Renato Vega or Cucurella, then that you just can't play Wesley Fofana in that center role?
No, I also think you can't. I think we saw today the limitations of both Fofana and Colwell, in a sense of, like, I thought Colwell was good, but I thought he was better when he was centrally, because I thought when he was left centre back, there was a couple times he got isolated or had to get help, because he's not a good 1v1 defender in white. He was that last season. A lot of the time he got exposed, but even when he didn't, he was not good last season, and he's not really improved on that this season. I wouldn't expect him to. And we saw today, Fofana, for me, on the ball, he's okay, but I don't think he's positionally aware enough, or as good as Colwell is in that situation to be able to do that. As we saw from the goal, we can see that literally comes from him not being aware of positionally where Højlund is behind him. And that's the thing. So, like, if we're gonna do that again, then for me, I saw this suggested in a group chat, and I kind of hear it. On the right centre back / central centre back when we're in possession, and put Vega at left centre back. I'd rather do that.
Okay.
If that's the route we're going to go for the time being, is have James be the one that's going to sit back of the 2 fullbacks, and we're going to invert the left back. I'm fine with that. Then Cole has to be right centre back, and that probably means that Vega has to be left centre back, because I'm not playing Badiashile.
Okay. Yeah, no, that I can agree with. I can agree with that. Go ahead, Chris.
I felt like when Reece James obviously got put on the right side when Gusto went off, I thought they both was kind of inverted. Like, I thought they was taking it in turns, because I saw Cucurella sitting back at times and Reece James bombing into the midfield. I thought they just kept switching it, so I kind of like it that way in a way, because I don't want to see Reece James always sitting back, because Reece James can offer something on the ball, but
I think
pardon?
I think it's just a fitness thing. I think it's not fitness. I think it's fitness is I think it's a protection thing. I think Enzo Maresca is trying to protect Reece to not stop him having to cover so much ground in a game. But what I would rather he do in games is play Reece for 60 minutes, but have him do the inverting role, and then on the 60th, 65th minute, put Gusto on every game. I'd rather he do that every game, because then at least you get 60 to 65 minutes of Reece in attacking areas. Like, can you imagine Reece in the areas Gusto got into today in the first half?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
he
you.
was.
Yes.
Oh, I'm screaming out for it. Oh my god.
I don't know what it is with Gusto. Is it because he's asking to invert and he's just not used to it? Because Gusto last season, when he's overlapping, he was unreal. But this season, he's losing the ball way too.
So I think it's what Scott's saying, right? Like, I think to an extent, my perspective on it is that I think he doesn't, because what Gusto's doing is a lot of work, and it's a lot of strain on the body, because he's essentially, he's doing the overlapping thing that is tiring for most fullbacks, but he's not really overlapping. Obviously, he's coming into the midfield. He's running inside and doing those type of runs and movements within the game. And maybe it's a thing of like, Reece, I know you're not fit enough to do this consistently, and you're not used to it, and there's a lot of a big toll on the body to do it, and you have to be able to do it for a full 90 minutes. Maybe it's something to do with that, because Reece, we need to take care of you. We don't want you to get hurt, so let's not risk you putting this workload on your body and then getting hurt as a result. Because I do think, yes, Reece could probably do the job that Malo Gusto did today, and probably would have done a lot better, because, like Scott said, in those positions where we found Malo Gusto constantly, Reece knows how to do the 1-2. Reece knows how to take a shot from outside the box, so on and so forth. I would have loved to Reece James have been there, but I just don't think his body is there yet.
Yeah, potentially. Like that's what I think it is. Like, I think that's going to be his best position. It's difficult because if we are going to invert on the right side, that means Palmer's going to have to be in the left half space, which I think he's less effective in than he is on the right. So there's a few issues and a few things. I think, as I said, for me, when everything is said and done, and when everyone's fit, that's difficult.
Honestly, you as you were speaking, Scott, I was thinking just how hard this must be for Maresca to figure out. Yeah, which obviously gives me a little sympathy for Maresca. But
because what I would do when everyone's fit, and I've said this from the beginning, is I'd have the back three of Cucurella, Colwill, and have to be Fofana for now. Lavia and Caicedo. I'd then have Palmer on the right, and Reece. Well, Reece at right back as well, but I'd have Reece, instead of inverting, I'd have him just attacking down that right hand side, so Palmer can still have the right half space. And then I'd have Nkunku in the 10 as well, and Neto on the left, and then Jackson up front. But then you've got 3 wingers on the bench.
Yeah.
And no backup striker, quote unquote.
And that's the thing, too. We've had this discussion before about trying Palmer on the right again and giving him the freedom role to come inside. But at the same time, too, like, in that number 10 position, he's not done a bad job at all. Just today, like, he did have some moments. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't completely piss poor. He did have some moments where he was flicking it past Martinez. He, did the touch to get past Casemiro, and who was the other one too that he happened to get past? Ugarte, I think, was the other one. Like, there was great moments there, but in the end of the day, it didn't lead to much of anything. Maybe a foul outside the box or whatever. But I mean, I feel like he can do just as much damage on the right, and it's Maresca's problem to try to figure out. I mean, yeah, I don't know who else wants to add on Palmer's performance today too.
Sorry, just on what Scott was saying with Reece James running like running the wing and creating that space. I wouldn't do that this year. Get full fitness. Show me you can stay fit for this year, and then I can trust you enough that your body won't break down doing shuttle runs back and forth.
This is true.
This year. That's why, this year, I'll let him do the inverting thing, or him playing as this right-sided center back or whatever it may be. Once you can prove, because let's be honest, this is the second game in a row, thank the Lord, that he has played a full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
right? Like let's be. This is something we haven't seen in a very long time.
None of us even expected that, or at least I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect
Right?
the man.
So that's why I get what Scott is saying, and in the long run, I completely agree, but not for this season. Show me full fitness for some of these players. Just show me full fitness, and then I can move on with making different tactical ideas and changes. But that's the thing for me. And then Palmer, I agree. It's where even if you want to start him in the middle, that's fine. But then we need to, around the 75th minute, put him to the right if Madueke is not doing anything, which, to be honest, this season has been most of the time. And then put in Kunku in the 10 like his idea is. But yeah, that's the thing for me.
Yeah, I mean,
or you can play in Kuku on the left. If he, because I don't know what it is, but he doesn't like playing Cole Palmer on the right for some reason. He just doesn't want to play it. So, if so, play Neto on the right and Kuku on the left. If you don't want, because I don't want to see Madueke play right now. I don't think he deserves to be starting after the last few weeks he's been playing and still play Cole Palmer's 10. Cole Palmer has been effective in the 10 for most part of the season still. Today, obviously, he wasn't effective as much, but I can still see why the manager wants to play him as a 10, because he's like a shadow striker behind Jackson. That's what he is. So, yeah, I don't know what the manager has to see in Madueke. See he's not good enough to start. Maybe when Sancho comes back from his sickness, he might get more minutes over him as well. Because Sancho's been pretty good for Chelsea since he's arrived.
Either, right? Because he's a Man United loanee. So
yeah, he couldn't.
Yeah. I know.
So obviously, hopefully by next Arsenal game, we should see him on the bench or whatnot, or whatever he decides.
Yeah, but that's the other thing too. Madueke is another one too that I defended a lot, because defensively I feel like he was doing all right today, and he did lose the ball sometimes, but would get it back. But going forward, man, you're up against Mazraoui, bro. This guy is medically only allowed to play one game a week because of heart palpitations, and you can't get past this guy. What are we doing?
Ashley Cole in his prime, and this guy's a right wing back, technically, not even a right back. He's gonna do great in the Amarin system as a right wing back, but he made him look like prime Ashley Cole with this defending, man. And to be honest, it's time. It's Madueke. This is a season. See you next year, buddy. You're getting sold. You're not good enough. This is not good enough. This is not. And we can't credit him for the defensiveness now, because Maresca has made all these wingers help out defensively now. It's not even a unique thing. I'm seeing Mudryk doing shuttle runs whenever he's subbed on to help defensively, even today too. Right? So if he's providing me nothing offensively, but okay, he's helping me defensively. But now all these wingers are, thanks to Maresca, learning you have to come back and help us in defense as well. So it's not even a unique thing. You know what I'm saying?
So obviously, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm not going to say sell him, but I think he does need to be benched. I think he needs to come off the bench, because next game I would like to see Jadon, because Jadon Sancho on the left has not really done anything for me to say he's the starter, but he's also not done anything for me to say you need to bench him. Madueke has had multiple games like this where he's really had little to no impact in the offense, that to make me now say okay, we need to put Neto on the right and we'll put Sancho on the left and we'll roll that way and see how it goes. And I feel like Neto's been starting Premier League games. I feel like Maresca is going to pull that trigger very soon, because it shocks me to say this. At one point last season, we were on this panel. We were saying, yeah, hands down, Nani Madueke is the best dribbler in this team. And Neto's come here and said, hold my beer, dude. And he looked more effective on his side today than Madueke looked all game.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Yeah.
It's definitely true, but I mean, then again, last season we had we had Sterling and Mudryk as the options. Neto's better than both of those. That was a comparison to that season, but the levels are up now. We paid 60 million for this guy, and he's always been a good Premier League player, and he's played well for us in all competitions. So worth giving him a go, I think, and definitely. After today, I really do think it was a Sancho thing, because Mudryk's obviously, he's the Conference League kind of pet project of Maresca. He's not playing in the Premier League, so why else would Madueke be starting if it wasn't because of Sancho not being able to play? That's the way I see it.
Yeah, that's what it feels like today, for sure. I mean, Let's go over the first goal. Fuck it.
Oh, the penalty. Yeah.
Yeah. This is just.
Sanchez, man, like he did not need to stretch his hand on.
I know. I know.
Garnacho, yeah, or Hoyland.
Yeah,
Hoyland.
So we're looking here, and honestly, how is it that Casemiro has all this space in the world? I do not know, but he has all the space in the world. Because that was the other thing too. We weren't even pressing them today, and I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt and say that was a tactical decision to let them have the ball and not let them not have us keep possession and get caught out on a counterattack, because on a counterattack they have some decent runners. I'll say that. Obviously, let me just real quickly play this here. I just try not to get copyrighted here. So yeah, what's your Fofana?
Yeah, Fofana lost his man. He knew where he was before as well, so I don't understand why he just lost track of him. He just gave up looking at him. But yeah, he
just
misjudged
horribly judged. Because a proper center back gets this. Thiago Silva gets this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he
Thiago
reads it
Silva
100%.
Reads this 100%. Doesn't miss this. And like, I know. Listen, at the end of the day, I still don't want Robert Sanchez. But when you have to look at this impartially and give credit where credit is due, Fofana, if you do that better, you don't put Sanchez in this situation. Not saying that's not justifying Sanchez's stupid decision to attack the runner the way Hoyland the way he did, but like you committed, you dove for it, you freaking dive for it.
I don't even mind him diving though, Marshall. It's just the way he just stretches his hands on his feet. He doesn't need to actually touch his ankles.
Like,
I don't know what he grabs his ankles for.
Right
he
here.
can make himself big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah.
Right here, just stand your ground, make yourself big. Look at this horrible touch. It's going away from the goal.
Yeah, he's going nowhere with it. He's fucked.
He's going nowhere.
He doesn't know how to make himself. He doesn't know how to make himself bigger. Look at what he did with Curtis Jones in the Liverpool game. And
Look, what are we doing?
I don't understand.
Oh my God, Sanchez. It's
and Hoyland's taking the touch away from the goal. There's no way he's scoring that. If he tries to control that and there's no foul there, he doesn't score that.
In all game. Look at this bozo. Look at this bozo. Not this bozo, the other bozo. Oh, come on.
He is a bozo.
Celebrating.
Okay. Yeah, he knows.
Look at how happy he is to fucking get a penalty.
Yeah, I know that's your way. Yeah.
That's how shit he's been. He's celebrating getting a penalty like it's his goal.
Yeah, it's Timo Werner vibes, that is.
What a joke. And we conceded to this.
That's United in a nutshell. That's why we should have been confident going into this game. They just got nothing.
That's yeah, like they've before Chelsea, I think they only scored 8 goals in the Premier League.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have only scored 9 goals in the Premier League
they scored
season.
9
They are the third worst goal players in the league.
I can't believe we made him look good. Well, somewhat.
We gave Bruno Fernandes his first league goal of the season.
Oh
wait, what?
My God,
Wait, that's his first?
Bruno hadn't scored in the league.
Wow.
He's been having so many
He's getting worse and worse.
Well.
I'll
only
be
Chelsea,
honest.
man. Only Chelsea could do that.
When next season happens, I don't want any of our fan base to say we're challenging for the league with whatever signings we have until we beat this man at Old Trafford. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if we're unbeaten. If we do not beat these men at Old Trafford, we are not going to challenge for the league. We're not going to win the league.
Okay.
I mean, we have won the league when we couldn't beat him still.
Let's pull it back a bit
Like,
because I expect these guys to be better next season.
I kind of know what you're saying.
I'm sorry, but dude, we say this every season. We've had so many managers. We've had league-winning managers.
Yeah.
We fucking can't beat these lot, man. I'm fucking done. I keep on saying it's gonna get better. This season, I was like, we're gonna destroy these men.
Bro,
and if we were fucking draw,
if we were up against like an Alex Ferguson or like a proper United side, and we go and we draw, then I'm okay with that. because it's a proper United side with a proper manager. I don't know what to expect from Ruben Amorim next season or this upcoming season. I expect them to be better, and that's what worries me. If they get better, I don't expect us to be able to actually get a result at Old Trafford. We're gonna just say it right now. It's gonna be 11 years since we got a result.
It's
at Old
already 11
Trafford.
years now.
Like you know what it makes me feel like. It makes me feel like Spurs. I feel like a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
Playing
How
outside.
Spurs roll up to fucking Stamford Bridge and can't get a damn result. I feel Spursy. I fucking hate this feeling.
Don't worry, Marshall. It's gonna get worse because if we can't beat Arsenal, it's gonna be X amount of years since
Jesus
we beat
fuck.
Arsenal in the fucking league. So we're
Jesus
gonna
fuck.
feel even worse next week.
And
if
you
we
know
don't
what
win.
makes it crazier too? Now this makes so one. It's a shitty week for a Chelsea fan. You get knocked out of the fucking Carabao Cup and you can't get a result against this shitty United side, right? Then next week, God forbid, if we fucking can't beat Noah's Ark, God forbid, oh God.
Oh, we can beat Noah. Yeah,
No, we'll beat them. I'm worried about
We
Arsenal.
have to.
Don't
But
worry
Arsenal.
about the Conference League. The Conference League is
Now, because there was context to this, right? There was context that okay, we want to rest up our players for United, right? That's why maybe Maresca doesn't put in some of the A team because he wants to rest them up, make sure they're nice and ready to go for Old Trafford, and we still don't get the result. That's what
Marshall,
makes
do you
it
want a
sour
worse
taste.
scenario? You want a worse scenario? So Man United are playing Leicester next week, who they battered 5-1 or something, and we're playing Arsenal. If we lose and they win, they're 1 point behind us.
What?
Wait, what?
No,
Who's
that can't
not-
be right. That can't be right.
Wait,
It has to be
yes,
three
yes.
points. 3 points.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
No,
No,
that can't be
no,
right. Hold
no,
on.
Who's
no.
behind-
They're
wait,
4
wait,
points.
who's
No,
behind
they're
us?
4. No, they're 4 points behind us. I think.
I've seen Manchester
No,
United
there's
nothing
6
credit to
points
say that.
behind
Well,
us.
Wait, who's behind us? You saying 4 points behind us?
Aren't Man
12.
United
Yeah.
4
No,
No,
there's seven,
no,
there's
no,
seven.
no.
There's
There's
7
7 points
behind
behind
us.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait,
I knew
where's
that
the
was
map,
wrong.
okay?
I knew that was wrong. Okay.
I
Yeah,
was
no,
thinking,
okay.
which team are you on about? Is it Man United? Because I knew there's 7 points behind us.
Like if we lose against Arsenal, we're still at 18 points. United would be at 15. They'd still be 3 points behind us.
Yeah, but then the week after they're playing Ipswich.
Oh no,
That's
no,
the
no.
thing, they're playing.
City, they would have been 1 point behind if they beat us today. That's what it is.
If
Oh,
they beat us
yeah.
today, they would
Yeah,
have
yeah,
1 point.
but-
Yeah. But they didn't. So thank God.
Yeah, that was the point. Because that was kind of
I
like a pre-match thing that the United.
Mhm.
I mean, we got
Yeah.
Arsenal, and then we got well. Hopefully, we can get the result against Leicester, and then we got Aston
Big up
Villa.
Danish Maldini.
And then Man United have to still be consistent, and I don't believe
Mhm.
Man United's going to be consistent.
No,
Anyway, I don't want to be
they-
looking at Man United like that anyway, because I don't think they're getting top 4 this season, so I just need to worry about Chelsea getting their results for getting top 4, hopefully.
What I will say is that
I can't write off United though. Like, the culture at United, these players will have a bounce when Amorim comes in.
And yeah,
Yeah,
I do
you
expect
never-
a bounce.
It happened. When Ten Hag came in, they finished third in the Premier League. You know, when Ole
Yeah.
came in, they went on a run back in 2019. You know, it happened. This is the way these players are. You know, that's the culture of that club.
Yeah, no, I still don't expect them to get top 4, but you never know. Like Oliver's got a point; they are these type of players. But any Chelsea fan saying this wasn't a penalty, I will say, like, although it is a very, very soft
Still
foul,
grabbed his
in my
ankle.
opinion, you still grab the fucking shoe. You still grab the boot, and all he needs to do is fall. And
The
what you
law
did.
of the game, yeah, if you just clip him or anything like
Yeah.
that, like, and use your hand,
He's
it's, yeah,
bummed.
it's bozo.
And I'm praying, at this point, I'm praying that either Mike Penders is the guy or you go into the window and you get me an actual talented keeper. Because this can't go on.
We're not getting anyone in the winter. We're not getting anyone in the
Every
winter. You know?
game.
No, we probably won't. But also, Mike Penders is not the guy right now. Like, I'm not doing this. It's the same with people talking about Anselmino and bringing him back in January. Like, fuck this. Like, these guys are playing their first or second professional season. Like, no, I'm sick of this.
Mhm.
Like, go and actually get someone of experience, someone who's good. It's the same way I see. Like, I'm not getting some like.
You know what, Oliver? What?
Do you know how old Penders is, by the way?
20.
I swear he's 18.
He's
He
19.
might be 18. I guess 20.
Like
17.
Penders-
17.
He's 19.
17. He's going to be 18 when he
Oh,
joins. We're all saying different ages. Hold on. Oh, he's 19.
No,
Yeah,
he-
right. So he's going to be 20 when he
Yeah.
joins Chelsea. If he
Yeah, we
joins Chelsea.
can't be relying on that. Sorry. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Exactly.
At
I'm
this
pretty
point,
sure
I
this.
just-
I'm pretty sure this season will be his first full professional season.
Yeah. But can you tell how desperate I am? Because there needs to be a solution in the summer.
I agree with you, Marshall. Like, he's not the answer. I'm saying, like, go and get Costa. Well, we can't get Mamadou
Costa's a
really.
good one.
But go and get Costa. Go and get Oblak. Go and get someone of that ilk.
Kobal's
If you want to be
too.
really ambitious, go and get Ortega off City.
Yeah. I would feel very comfortable with an Ortega.
I think he's
it's not a bad shot at all.
No, Ortega's too old. I get an Oblak or something more than Ortega's 32, 33.
No, Ortega, I don't care. Like, Ortega, you need someone like an Ortega, especially if you've got a Penders or someone like that coming in. You need someone like an Ortega who you can use for 2-3 years to build Penders up. Like, there's no point going and getting someone who's like late 20s because they're still going to be in their prime or late 20s, early 30s. You still need someone who's in their prime when Penders comes in, who probably won't be comfortable sitting on a bench if he's as good as we think he is. Also, Ortega starts
By the way,
every. Ortega starts outside of City. Actually, even City, you could argue he starts, but outside of City and Liverpool, Ortega starts for every team in the league.
Oh,
Or maybe
I'd be okay with Ortega.
No, Arsenal too. Raya's been good.
Raya's been really good this year. Yeah,
Ortega's better than Raya.
I'd just say this season, Raya's been really good. So
Yeah, apart from Villa with Martinez,
yeah,
Liverpool and City, he starts for every team. He's better than Raya. He's obviously better than Sanchez. He's better than every other keeper in the league.
But that's the point I'm at too. Like, if Jorgensen was showing me more, I would be comfortable just saying, bring in Jorgensen. And this is a keeper that we scouted, quote unquote, right? I'm seeing both of these guys that were brought under this recruitment team, and I'm not content. I'm not satisfied. And it's at a point now where, like, okay, if you're bringing in a keeper, it has to be someone I know. It has to be an Ortega who I've seen play. It has to be a Costa who I've seen play. Well, I wouldn't really put my money out on Costa, but you get the point. Oblak, well, not Maignan, but like someone. There's keepers out there that you could probably buy out their contract and bring in that are experienced, that have shown levels. Because off the top of my head, I'm thinking about that one keeper we were linked with in the summer, very briefly, that plays in La Liga. I can't remember his name. And I'm thinking, I don't know. You brought in Jorgensen. He's not shown that he's clear of Sanchez either. So, Valles, thank you, Danish Mendes. Yeah. How do I know he's going to be the one? How many more keepers do we have to go through until we get it right? Just get a keeper you know is good. Like, just put me at ease with that department, please, because it's been neglected for too long. Our last decent keeper was Mendy for half a season. Or let me be more genuine than that. A full season. But, like, after that, this whole ball playing thing is what's holding it back. Just give me a keeper that can give me good saves, please. And won't have bozo moments like that. It's absolutely ridiculous.
This seems like this is a very systemic problem we have with the recruitment, though, because the guy that recommended to bring Sanchez to the club is now literally the head of goalkeeping at Bluecoat. This is his baby, and he's the head of the goalkeeping department. So at this point, we're just praying that one of these guys works out, and it's going to take a shift in mentality where we're just like, you know what, let's go and get the guy. We're not doing that right now, and that has to change if we're going to be serious.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like with Maresca, this is where I criticize the Maresca thing. This whole playing out the back thing. I understand if you put any keeper in that position, they are going to make the risk of giving the ball away. It has happened to Alisson. Ederson nearly gives Pep Guardiola a heart attack like once a month at least with what he does, passing it out the back. But if that's what you want, then go out in the market and get a goalkeeper that we know can actually do that. Not one that we scouted and looked at the statistics and, oh, he looks really promising. No, you've done that way too many times. We have so many keepers, and we purchased 5 keepers. Slolina, Petrovic, Bergstrom, right? Sanchez, Now Jorgensen, and we still don't have an out and out. Penders 6, we still don't have an out and out keeper. Can you please explain to me where the recruitment is doing a good job in this department? It doesn't look like it to me. We still don't have a number 1. I think I even forgot to mention Petrovic, but if I didn't, I'm mentioning that now.
No, I agree with you in terms of number 1, but I disagree with you in terms of Jorgensen because he's been good passing wise. I'm sorry, every game his passing ratings are off the roof. You can say you feel iffy about it during last game, but he didn't mess up. He had enough confidence. This is that we don't believe in him because we haven't seen him much, right? Where he deked that guy out in Newcastle game and gave the pass. He hasn't flushed up too many of his passes during the Conference League and in Newcastle. So if you want a playing at the back goalkeeper, he is the best one we have. He's better than Sanchez. Right? And we don't know how good he is.
It's a big asterisk.
You do have to asterisk it with the fact that it is the Conference League.
Yeah, no, but well, I gave an example of Newcastle. Yeah, but Newcastle's a decent team who presses, who just beat a team in Arsenal. He played out the back there. I think he made one mistake, and that's about it. And they had Isaac and they had everyone, and he wasn't at fault for any of the goals.
Well, we had a midfield just one two to him in the box. Like, of course, it's going to be nervy. Like, and those centre backs for a shambles.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And his passing was great. If you want a passing goalkeeper, he's way better than Sanchez. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's good for Chelsea quality, but for this season, if we want a passing at the back, he's way above and beyond Sanchez. You can see in his passing ratings every game.
Mamardashvili, I would have said if he wasn't already on technically as a Liverpool player, he already signed with Liverpool.
Yeah, he's also not good with the ball. He's not great with the ball at his feet, is the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, listen, at this point, I'm desperate. I'm willing to try Jorgensen, even though I haven't seen much from Jorgensen to convince me that he is out and out number 1. When Petrovic came in, I saw. With Jorgensen, not so much. And it's all because apparently Petrovic can't pass out the back. Sure, I don't think he's great, but at least he gives me the basics. Pass out the back. No, he can't.
There we go.
So at this point, it's like,
that's
why?
Propaganda, right?
Yeah.
That's the propaganda.
This is always my argument with Petrovic. If neither of them can pass out the back, then at least choose the one that isn't rash.
I mean, okay, hold on. Let me be a little bit genuine here. I mean, there were moments today where I was looking at Robertson and actually counting how many decent passes he had, and I was like, oh, okay. All right, it's fine. I'm not going to mention your name. Yeah. I'm not going to mention your name because I do not Robert Sanchez. Sorry.
Yeah.
Robert Sanchez Robertson. Sorry, Sanchez. And I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to say your name because if I do say your name, I'm going to jinx it. And someone said something I don't fucking know, and then we can see the goal. He had the one Boza moment. He's averaging one Boza moment a game. So if you're gambling, you're putting in a parlay, Boza moment for Robert Sanchez, guaranteed. At this rate, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, Chris. You were going to say something?
No, you're talking about like Sanchez's good passes. There's only like one good pass. I don't know who he did to. I think it's to Madueke, where he just
maybe.
That's about it, I think. Sanchez, he finally pinged the ball further up when it's like no need to pass it short.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I don't know why we didn't try Petrovic this season, but maybe the manager just didn't want him because of the passing. But yeah. I don't know what Sanchez shows in passing. Maybe in training he's great in passing, and then when it comes to the game, he just becomes a bozo.
Well, I think with Petrovic, just seems there's clearly a plan with him because he's gone on loan to Strasbourg and he's their starting keeper now. I don't think that would have happened if there wasn't a plan there for what their manager made or something.
Yeah, I mean, let's. Another thing I wanted to bring up too is what did you guys think of this fucking play? And this was later in the match. Listen, this wouldn't have made a difference in the match, in my opinion, but in fairness of like actually keeping our players safe and what should be consistency on the pitch in terms of refereeing, this should have been a freaking red card.
That's a red.
That should have been a red
100%
card.
100% a red. I think even Gary Neville said it's a red, surprisingly.
Look at this. Look at this. How is this not a fucking sending off?
It would never change the game, but you got to protect the players, and they can't be getting away with that. Because I think Gusto, when he slipped over the ball and went on someone's knee against Aston Villa, and he got sent off. There's no reason. He put his studs out.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how.
It's more about punishing. It's more about punishing power play than it is giving us an advantage. That's what we're talking about here. It's not about taking the tide of the game. It's about he deserves a 3-game ban now.
Yeah, because I'm not, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this costs us the game. Obviously, look at the time it's happening. It's in stoppage time. But regardless, like, what the fuck, man? I mean, the refereeing performance today was at best.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of bullshit that was getting called that shouldn't have been called. He did. I personally feel like Ugarte got away with a lot today. For being on a yellow, he got away with a lot of warnings today. And at one point, one of those warnings should have stopped being a warning and should have been a yellow. But Ugarte was getting away with so many fouls after he picked up the yellow. Yeah,
the reason why the man just subbed him off. He was being quite reckless with his challenges as well.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why Gusto got sent off too. Let's be honest. Yeah. Gusto got sent off because he was on. Partially the performance, but there's also the yellow card he was on. Pardon me, but yeah, I mean,
I never understand why the ref didn't give a red for that or VAR. Yeah. Don't understand it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I mean, I guess all of us agree that should have been a red. Going back to the performance today, go ahead, Scott.
Quickly before you move on, I'm more pissed off about that whole thing. It's not necessarily that Martinez got a red, it's that following that, Jackson gets another stupid yellow for something that is not related to football. Like, he gets it for having an argument with whoever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's another yellow card, and that puts him one away from a suspension.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, like, I mean, today isn't the game to talk about it, right? But, like, that just goes to show, like, the whole discipline thing. It's still not there. Like, I don't want to like make this stream complaining all about the woes of Chelsea, but we're back in this. I feel like we're going back towards this discussion about how maybe today is also another game that you can chalk up to inexperience. Maybe, right? Because as much as I want to criticize Maresca, I'm looking at some performances on that pitch and thinking like that's not Maresca's fault. Like, I looked at that lineup and I was like, okay, that should be enough to beat this United team. And the players didn't step up to the opportunity. But go ahead.
I was going to say the only one I would say is not bringing on Cucurella, because Cucurella this season's been unreal for Enzo Maresca, and he suits the system a lot more better and Gusto. So I can't understand why Enzo doesn't like to use him.
That kind of maybe goes back to what I'm saying, right? With like Cucurella hasn't really done anything for me to drop him. And at the same time too, he is, we spoke about, well, we haven't spoke about it, but this was something that was brought up a week ago while I was away, is the leadership on the pitch, right?
Yeah.
Cucurella was touted as being one of those leaders on the pitch, or at least one in the making, where he does talk to the players. He is active on the pitch. He is vocal, and his presence is felt. You can see him stepping up as a leader. I think in games like this today, too, where it's like we need those leaders on the pitch, those experienced players to come on and set these players straight. Like, you need to do better. Someone needs to be there to tell Malo Gusto, you need to do better. You need to make these shots. You need to cross in more accurately. You need to do the 1-2 passing. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, do you think leadership would have probably helped a little bit in this game in terms of just, like, the mentality? Is it even a mentality issue? Or part of it, at least?
I think it is a mentality issue with Chelsea and Man United, and it doesn't matter what team we have. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter what team we have right now. Like, we just can't seem to beat Man United at their ground, and that is just maybe mentally into the players. Like, they know we haven't beaten for so long at their ground, it's gonna be tough, and they just, I don't know. It felt like one of the worst performances I've ever seen. Not ever seen, but seen this season. Sorry, Chelsea definitely played. So I don't know if a leader would have made a big difference. I just think Cucurella in general as a player in Enzo Maresca's system, he suits inverting so much more, and Gusto, just ability-wise and all that. But maybe his leadership will help more, like on the field. But I'm not too sure about one. But can't really say much about.
Sorry, with Jackson in specific, I want him to get another yellow for Arsenal because then he misses Leicester, which is fine. If we need a reset, then Leicester's a reset we need. No, I'm saying like,
No, I agree.
then we don't have to worry about yellows, and when Kunku play that game, and we should be easily.
I fully
beating
agree
Leicester.
with that, yeah.
I mean, I'd rather him not get yellows, period.
No, but we know it's happening.
No, I know, but if we need to, I don't want to risk it for.
If you want him to miss a game,
because we have Aston Villa next month, like in December after the international break, and Spurs. So just if we're taking the hit, take the hit now.
Do a tactical yellow for this game, yeah.
There was a VAR statement that came out. The referee issued a yellow card to Martinez for a challenge on Palmer. VAR checked for a potential red and confirmed the referee's call of no red card, deeming that it was reckless challenge and not serious foul play. What?
What? Wait.
Reckless, but
it was
not serious foul play.
But not serious. What? Wait, it's reckless, but it's not serious foul.
It's the serious things. What we're looking at here is the serious foul play is what would have got him sent off. And
it's a high boot.
I'm not. It's exactly. It's a high boot. It's studs showing. I don't know how they come to that conclusion.
It's ridiculous. It's a high boot.
Cole Palmer could have been
very seriously injured.
Yeah, he had ice on his
knee.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Knees are like as well, man. They can go quite easily, especially to like studs to the knee.
Yeah,
depending on what pace it is. I don't know what type of pace he got onto his knee, but like it was definitely reckless and serious. But we seen like that before anyway and get sent off. I seen literally Gusto get sent off that from VAR a couple years ago. No, a couple years ago, last season.
Yeah, goddamn Ray Allen. I see you in the chat. Okay, so I mean, one positive thing that we can go on about the defense is Reece played another 90. And Reece looked decent today. Like, Reece actually looked very, very good today. Or not very, very good.
I would say good. Like, he had a couple of bad moments. Like, the one bad pass and there was one other bad moment he had. But the rest were, like, perfect after that.
Yeah, Reece James registered more successful passes, 72 out of 81. More final passes more successful final third passes, 13, which is crazy considering he's our left back or right back in this game. More successful attacking aerial duels 4 out of 4 than any other player against from Chelsea against United, whatever, or Chelsea or United. This guy did keep Rashford and Garnacho quiet for the most part. Rashford did hit the post in the first half.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, he kept them pretty quiet. He was trying to dictate play from the back, but I feel like there was a lot of stagnant players today, not making the right runs. He did find Malo Gusto for one, but Malo Gusto did nothing with it.
No, he gave it to Jackson, remember?
Did he?
Wait, was it Jackson or Cole Palmer? Yeah, because I remember he pinged the ball. Gusto. And Gusto did hit the end of it, and it went to Jackson or Palmer. I want to say Jackson, but I need to kind of see that again. But like that was a hell of a ball by Reece, and that's the only thing what Gusto thought did good today was reaching the end of that ball from Reece James and feeding it. I think he fed it to Jackson, or it might have been Cole Palmer. One of the two.
I don't remember either, to be honest.
I just remember Gusto catching it and it going to the player in the middle. Maybe people in the comments remember which one it went to, but I just remember that one from Gusto. That's about it. Well, Reece James mainly, but
yeah, I mean he had a good game. I'm just worried because now like we go back to the headache, right? Like we did say earlier, like what if Reece James gets into the positions that Gusto was in, right? Okay, the problem with that is that. Then who actually gives the pass to Reece the way Reece gave the pass to Gusto? And we go back to this headache now. And again, I don't mean to start a whole debate, but at this point, it has to be brought up too. Who in our team has those types of passes? It's Enzo.
Yeah.
No, Cole does.
Cole from time to time.
I agree. He does have that ping on him, but
I haven't seen it in a bit. But yeah,
I think Lavia has that as well.
You think? I think he is technical.
We didn't see it today. We definitely didn't see that today.
We might not see it today, but I know he has that in.
He has. He is a very technical midfielder.
See, like, I know that though, but like, I can't remember the last game where I saw him do that outside of preseason. Because I was thinking the same thing, Scott. I was like, oh, why do we need Enzo when Lavia seems to be the more fully fledged out midfielder that can do both? But I just haven't seen it from Lavia since he started at Liverpool. I don't see it. Why is that? Is it because, like, can he actually do it? Or I don't know. It seems to be Enzo's only move. It's ridiculous to say 105 million transfer fee for the occasional ping pass and diagonal. Like,
no way, he does do it a lot. The problem is it doesn't connect half the time.
Yeah, he loses the ball all the time now, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much possession Enzo loses, which is why I don't want him to start, because he's a liability for the defense. But at the same time, today, like,
I don't know where to play midfield of 3, but I don't know. I don't think Enzo must go play midfield of 3 and cut out. I don't know, Madueke. You have Neto and Palm on the right and Jackson in the middle, or something like that.
But the
and then you can have the midfield 3. And I would actually like that, because I do rate all 3 midfielders.
We need to give up the idea. We need to give up the idea of Palmer wide. It's not happening.
Yeah, I know.
It's just not happening.
There's that, and there's also like then you have to give up the 10, because we know Enzo can't play the 10.
There'd be no 10.
Play the 10. There'd be no 10, so we're just talking like a 6 and 2 8s, 2 attacking 8s kind of thing. Like, have Lavia sit and then Caicedo and Enzo.
Wait, would Lavia be the lone DM or Caicedo be a lone DM?
I would feel comfortable if it was just Lavia the lone DM.
Because I think Caicedo be the midfielder, helps the defense, and Enzo be more free roam and passive, ping it, whatever. But that ain't happening in a way, I don't think, to be honest.
I mean, you never know. Like, the season is still long.
Young.
I mean, we're only a third through the season. There's still
we're 10 games in.
We're 10 games in.
10? Yeah, 10.
Yeah, 10 games in out of 38.
I just don't see him making any changes like that drastically.
I don't know.
All I hope for is he sees sense of maybe Madueke and Cucurella comes back into the starting lineup, and I guess Gusto hold him bench for a bit. Or you just rotate between Reece and Gusto, because I don't want to see Reece play 90 minutes after 90 minutes until he breaks, because I don't see the point in that. He's a very, very good player.
He's only playing once a week. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm okay with that. He didn't look that knackered after this game. I'll say that. He looked better. He looked like he was more fit for it, which is fine. I mean, if the manager thinks he can play Reece for 90, then fine. Maybe he's healthier than we thought.
Maybe.
But
maybe that big long injury break was a reason to get him fully recovered, because he was training long before as well, before he actually get into the lineup.
Yeah,
so who knows that?
For sure. But I guess let's go into this the Caicedo, because I do want to praise Caicedo. I think he was absolutely brilliant today. He gets us this goal here, which is from the corner. It was a brilliant volley. Neto wins us the corner. And
I was holding my phone in my hand, and I accidentally just slammed my phone into the table with celebration. I thought I broke it.
Oh yeah, that's how I lost my voice. That's why I sound like this.
What a goal!
Yeah, it was a fantastic goal.
He has that in him as well to score a bit of a bang of a goal, like a great goal. Volley, he just smashes it. He doesn't really try to place it like that.
You know what's pathetic though? That I expect this from Enzo, not from Caicedo, or at least I expected this from Enzo when he first came into the club, and now my hopes of seeing this from Enzo are gone. Like, I don't expect it anymore. He's not good enough to do it, but Caicedo is apparently, and Caicedo is supposed to be the more defensive one. Like, he has been a phenomenal player for us, Caicedo. Like, consistently playing at this level, consistently putting on, 7 out of 10 performances, 8, 9 man of the matches. Like, I don't even know how many man of the matches he has this season, but he's up there with Cole Palmer. Like,
I think he's been our second best player of the season now, I would say.
I would even argue potentially our best. Like, it's up there for me. I don't think
Cole Palmer's been really good this season.
I know he has, but like in these big 6 games, who has stepped up? It's been Moises, not Palmer.
Yeah,
Like
I
against
can't argue
Liverpool,
against
Moises
Liverpool,
Caicedo
he
was great.
Kept quiet. He was kept quiet against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Today, he didn't really do a whole lot. Who's the other big game we faced?
Well, City, but everyone overall, it was all over the place for City.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
against Liverpool, Moises Caicedo stepped up. He was brilliant. Against United today, he stepped up. Brilliant. Saved us. You can make the argument that Moises Caicedo is our number one player. You can make the argument, is all I'm saying. I mean, I don't know if people want to hear it, if you guys on the panel want to hear it, but
I'm not going to fight
really
it massively because I really like Caicedo, and he did both jobs today. He scored us the goal to get us to equalize it, and he did all defensive work as well in that midfield. He did all the midfield work mainly for me. Can't thank him enough.
No, I agree. I mean, Oliver, do you have any thoughts on Caicedo, brother?
Oh, yeah, I'm all here for the praise for Caicedo, honestly. Like, this guy has been performing to an unbelievable standard for pretty much the entire year, I'd say. And he's finally getting his flowers. I don't know if anyone's noticed that, but we're now starting to see him. Like, if you talk about the best midfielders in the season from a lot of Premier League fans' perspectives, his name with Gravenberch, like those are the top two. We're from rival fans and even like the bigger publications. Like, I know they have their own. They want to bag on us for spending 125 million or whatever, but he's getting his flowers now, and he has been good, and it's good to see he's contributing. I've got no problems with him. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. He's doing a fantastic job right now. I'm happy we signed him.
Yeah, I mean, for the amount of money, like anyone who's bringing up the cost of Caicedo at this point, come on. Like last season, we saw from midway through the season and on, he was putting on better performances. When Enzo wasn't on the pitch, putting on better performances. And now this season, continuing that same form. Scott, do you agree? Like, absolutely worth the money that we paid for this player?
Oh, 100%. Like, I don't think that there's any debate in that now. I think when you look at other midfielders in the league as well, and just like, yeah, I just think you look at the other midfielders in the league. You look at how Rice is doing this season. There's a lot of question marks around him. As good as I think was expected of him, or even how he was. And I'm trying to think of others that were expensive. Obviously, you've got the other one in our team that has done nothing of any note, basically, since he's got here. Outside of the 6 months he was here, you know, under Potter.
Yeah.
He's just been excellent, and I think it's shown. I think he showed the maturity as well, considering how he started his Chelsea career. It's got off to a rocky start. It wasn't great. He was able to get through it, and he's just pushed on since then, and he's just got better and better and better. He's been excellent. Like, he's been excellent. I said it earlier, he's been the best midfielder on form in the league this season. Like, sorry, he just has. Like, there's not, like, outside of Gravenberch, maybe there's no one else close to him.
There's really no one, in my opinion. I mean, Gravenberch, yesterday against Brighton, Gravenberch did not have that great of a game. But I still take Moises Caicedo over Gravenberch. Curry, did you want to add anything on Moises Caicedo before we move on to Cole Palmer?
I don't think he's there.
Okay. Sorry, I was multitasking.
Yeah.
I think I'll have one more.
There we go. Go ahead.
You guys,
Sorry.
have any of you guys seen what Lampard was saying about Caicedo? Because Lampard was on the he was on the
No, actually, I don't mind listening to Lampard for most parts, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
Once he's not a manager,
I
when he's a pundit, he's actually pretty decent.
Well,
Go ahead.
I tried to look for, because he was praising that goal from Caicedo, and I tried to look for some tweets to find quotes. I couldn't find any quotes, but Lampard was just saying, that strike, as you all know from watching it, that strike is just so hard to pull off. You've got to have your eye on the ball all the time and hit it perfectly. And it's a fantastic goal, and to get the praise from Lampard, he knows all about that. So I'd recommend, if anyone hasn't heard or seen it, that they go and listen to what Lampard had to say about that goal.
I mean, I did actually find some quotes really quickly before I go into the quotes that you're just referring to. Caicedo today, 36 out of 43 successful passes, 10 out of 13 successful attacking third passes, 5 successful passes into the final third, 2 out of 3 successful take-ons, 2 out of 3 successful tackles, 2 out of 3 successful long balls, 2 clearances, 9 successful dual battles, that's a really good stat, and 3 fouls suffered. Man of the match performance today. Easily my man of the match. Easily. It's not even debatable. Let me actually, and this goes along with the topic that we're talking about right now, which is Caicedo. You have Lampard saying it himself too. The balance in Chelsea's midfield is better with Caicedo and Lavia together. And I agree. That's why I'm not angry when I saw the lineup today and I saw what happened in the midfield with the midfield be Lavia and Caicedo. And I know for a fact that when Enzo came on, it became a basketball game. Like, we did lose control of the midfield. It's just frustrating to me that Lavia, who I know is capable of those progressive passes, and maybe I should look it up. But Lavia, who I know is capable of those progressive passes, was just slowing down the momentum of the game. At least, not even the momentum of the game. I should say the momentum of our attacks. And I don't know. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. At least the second half, for sure, I was getting really frustrated with Lavia. Chris,
I saw. I even said to you at halftime, Marshall, if nothing really changes in like the midfield like this with Lavia, he will get subbed off around 60, 70 minutes for sure, just to see if he can change the game. But I don't think Lavia was like completely like dog shit awful, but I just don't think he offered enough today in that midfield. And with Enzo, like you say, it is a bit of like a basketball. He's going to be pinging it. He's going to leave spaces in the midfield for sure. I don't think Enzo really suits a 6, in a pivot midfield for sure. But yeah, I do agree with Lampard. I think Lavia and Caicedo as a pairing of a 6 is a better pairing. It's hard to say because like Enzo cost us a lot of money. I don't think Enzo's a bad player, but I don't know what to say about Enzo if he actually has a future in Chelsea anyway.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the discussion we're having now, right?
He has to work hard. Like I don't know what it is. He has to work harder. He has to stop losing the ball as much probably because it is frustrating too. And if he keeps losing the ball, I don't know what the percentage was, how much he lost the ball today, but he can't do that as much as well.
Who?
Enzo, sorry. Because he did lose the ball a few times today as well.
Yeah, 5 times. We saw. Yeah, he lost possession 5 times. But even Lampard out here saying Romeo Lavia can receive and find passes through lines. For Enzo Fernandez, he will have to work hard to get back into the team.
Facts.
Lampard's saying it himself too.
Wait, what?
Like Lampard is essentially saying right here.
Oh yeah.
Lavia can do what Fernandez can. Fernandez needs to work hard to get back into the team because overall, like, I know Enzo isn't that great defensively, but god damn it, I didn't ever think he'd be this horrible. Like, he looks so bad on that midfield. He loses the ball so often. He provides no protection for the center backs, which only exposes the center backs to more mistakes and more errors. So he is a problem in this team. And the one thing that he could do to offset it is the offensive, which it's hard to be offensive because he does pull it off from time to time. You know, I got to give credit where credit's due. He does pull off the diagonal pass. He does get the attack going a little bit, but he just loses the ball too often. And you can't do that when you keep losing the ball. At least Jorginho kept possession. Enzo was not doing that.
I'm master at that.
At least Jorginho kept possession. I remember there was a point where I saw Enzo Fernandez play, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. You're capable of keeping possession. And he can dribble past the player here and there. He's not even giving me that anymore. So now it's a discussion of like, shit, is there actually a future for Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea?
I think time's gonna be tough. Real Madrid, I guess. Like, Real Madrid are sniffing around Enzo. I don't know if they just want to buy it or swap deal for sure many because I was about to say this is a question that I wanted to bring up. The only team I can see is Real Madrid because he would actually suit Real Madrid, I think, in a way.
Yes, I do agree. But yeah, that's fine. That, like, to answer this question that the beautiful game asked, Yeah, I would. I would swap Enzo for Tchouaméni easily. I'm over it.
I would have to see end of the season, but yeah, like we're not gonna swap him yet.
We're doing Enzo slander again. All right.
Not really slander, but yeah. I mean,
Anna does on a whole.
It's not slander when it's like actually factual, you know.
But when I talk about it, people tell me it's slander.
It's not all about you, Prime. It's not all about you. But I am saying like Caicedo for Tchouaméni? No. Caicedo Tchouaméni together? Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, at this point, I'm actually excited for Santos. I'm excited to see what Santos is going to do. And that makes it even worse, to be honest, for Enzo. Because when Santos comes in, Enzo Fernandez, what are you going to do?
I don't want Tchouaméni.
I really want him a few years
Santos,
ago.
though.
Sorry,
I did bring up Santos, but go ahead.
No, when Enzo goes, good riddance. But use that money to go get me a top center back or a top goalkeeper.
I disagree. I defend, and I actually Enzo was one of my favorite players on this team.
Of course, he's one of your favorite players. Anyways,
yeah, I have a curse.
I call it something else, but anyways, yeah. I love Marshall. Anyways, no, Enzo. I think as good as Tchouaméni is, I don't think we need to add another defensive midfield monster in this team when we already have Caicedo and Lavia and Santos and Leslie Oguchukwu. I think it's just overkill.
There's another one too. Yeah, it's true.
I disagree.
In my opinion, what do you disagree on?
Well, no. Okay, go ahead.
No, you go first. No, so I'm saying Tchouaméni would be perfect because I'm sorry, I don't see Santos as a CDM, like a defensive mid. He's a box-to-box 8, and that's where Caicedo plays. So for me, next season, if we're in the Champions League and we need actual proper great depth, Caicedo would be my 8, right? Because in this current system, Lavia is the lone DM in a sense, and Caicedo's the advanced 8, and then it's Palmer, right? So Andre Santos would be if we had a direct substitution for our B squad, if you could say, would be Santos, right? And if we get a Tchouaméni would be my starting DM, and then my backup is Lavia. That's a godsend. No one is touching that midfield.
Well, why? I mean, when I said, I'm talking about physical monsters in midfield, I don't mean they all do the same thing.
Because you said DM and that you were mentioning
Santos. I meant physical presence in midfield. Sorry. The reason why I'm not saying I don't want Tchouaméni. I said I don't. Well, I would like Tchouaméni. I don't want him because I want to spend that money on other positions that we actually need. We don't need to bring in a Tchouaméni if it means we don't get a top center back or a goalkeeper. I'd rather if we could get
80, 70.
I don't know. If we could get a Christensen, he's the first center back I could think of. You get a Christensen to come in, for example. I'd rather spend that than bring in Tchouaméni because we need it. Depending on how Fofana.
I definitely need a goalkeeper for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So depending on how Fofana or Cole will develop, and Sanchez is a bomb. Fix those areas first. Don't get Tchouaméni. We don't need him arguably when we have Caicedo and Lavia and Oguchukwu and Santos. If needs be, can also play DM. We have enough midfielders in general that we don't need to add another one when we have a problem area in the team. That's my thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I actually 100% agree with that. Obviously, it's a hypothetical we're entertaining and people are speaking rumors on because there are outlets saying, and I get why. Some people don't believe Enzo walks into Real Madrid, but I think he actually does, considering the profile that they're missing this season is that Toni Kroos profile. Not saying Enzo is as good as Toni Kroos, but Enzo is a similar profile of player as Toni Kroos was. Obviously not as good, but he does fulfill that role for Ancelotti if the rumors are true that Real Madrid are looking at Enzo Fernandez. If he does go, I said it before, I said it after the controversy, I will not bat an eye. You at one point, Enzo Fernandez was one of my favorite players. But obviously, after that whole controversy, that's changed.
It's weird.
I don't care. I don't care if he leaves.
They're not building for Ancelotti. They're building for Alonso, it looks like he's coming in the summer. That's why Real Madrid are also linked to Florian Wirtz. So for me, I mean, first of all, if I'm Real Madrid, I would go and buy Sandro Tonali. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. It's extremely underrated. But regardless, if Real Madrid want Enzo, then give us straight money. Don't do this swap deal with Tchouaméni. Give us straight, or give us Rudiger, because apparently Scott mentioned this, that they froze out Rudiger for some weird reason.
Well, for the past week. For the past week,
he was
You
sick
see
or
what he
something,
did to
wasn't
Mbappe, by the way? Almost killed Mbappe, let's say that. he did what
Rudiger's a maniac.
No, he almost did what Martinez did to I guess in a way
Didn't he do that? Didn't he do that whole thing? With
him,
remember we made fun of Rudiger when we were wearing those yellow kits? He had that one picture where he looked like Dalsim from Street Fighter.
Yep.
Where he's levitating Rudiger. Didn't he do the same thing to Mbappe?
I would look at it and see maybe, let's see, where Rudiger at. But if not, Barcelona apparently in January they can only register one of Olmo or Christensen. And they just signed Olmo in the summer. So
I'll take Christensen in a heartbeat.
Listen, I talk a lot of shit about Christensen, but I'd bring him right now.
In a heartbeat. Don't even ask me twice. I'll take Christensen.
And if
I'm sorry, Fofana's not good enough.
Yes, get Christensen back in this team.
And I would sell Battlefield then, because we have Tony center backs.
Yeah, he's slotting perfectly into this back three. Bro, if we can get Christensen and Rudiger back, oh my god, I'd sacrifice people for that.
But this is
how many?
Okay, Curry. I want you to answer this. Obviously, not aggressively. Just give me an amicable answer here, because he's not necessarily wrong, but also I may be misunderstanding.
You okay?
Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Sorry, 1 second. Palm dropping the ball. Okay. Here's the thing. I think, why do we need Lavia to create? CAICEDO is the advanced state, right? That's where Enzo gets substituted too. So I think CAICEDO has been doing a decent job creating. He's the one who got the assist for Liverpool. He's the one who getting 3 passes again. And if you're looking at statistics, Lavia had 1 key pass. It's not like he didn't do anything. And he had 31 passes out of 38. He won all his he had 12 duels and won 7 of them. Won all his aerial duels. Got dribbled, passed on twice. That's it. He's doing his job as a DM. Are we expecting this 20-year-old to be Rodri regen right now? Because Rodri was shit in his first season. No one was saying Rodri was amazing. He's the lone DM. He's doing his job. He's keeping the ball ticking. He's controlling the ball. He's tackling, barely getting dribble pass. He's winning all his duels. That's CAICEDO's job, right? For switching a play, and CAICEDO was doing that this game as well. CAICEDO was the one who created the only goal for Liverpool.
Well, I think the question he asked is like wrong. The creativity is Palmer's job, and he wasn't doing that today. He stopped.
Exactly.
But in general,
he's the 10.
The way, like, in terms of controlling the tempo of the game, yes, that's supposed to come from our lone pivot. Enzo should be doing that when he plays deeper. But we've seen with Enzo this season, no matter where he's played, he can't really he hasn't been controlling games. That's just, he's not been doing his job. That's why he's not playing. I agree. If Enzo was actually performing, he would be starting in our midfield and he would be playing one of Lavia or CAICEDO. But Enzo just doesn't do that. He doesn't dictate the tempo of the game. That's why he has to go.
And he doesn't create enough. That's the thing. That's the other issue. He does not create enough. Like, he does switches of play once in a while. That's good. I'm actually happy about that. We need that. But it's not that successful. Man had 1 switch of play we remembered, but other 2 switches of play out of the 3, he missed, like, by a lot. That's why we're also saying, that's why I was saying I like Reece James at left back for this situation, is because Reece James plays those long balls. and he's succeeding more at those long balls than Enzo Fernandez is.
But then again, this is again where the headache comes in, right?
Yeah.
If we're putting Reese at left back, then that means we're putting Malo Gusto at right back. And I'm sorry, just Malo Gusto has not been good enough. And we know Cucurella is good at left back. Yeah. But so then you sacrifice those long balls at right back, I guess, because you're asking Cucurella to be the inverter, right?
So what I guess you're getting then, if you put Cucurella there, is Cucurella kind of joins Caicedo in the advanced 8, because Palmer basically roams. So then you have Cucurella, because Cucurella doesn't stay beside Lavia, right? Like, we've been seeing he's further up, and he's good at link-up play. So we'll lose the through balls from the left side, but we'll get it on the right, right? But then we get more intricate, you could say, link-up play with the left wing, whoever that is. Because with Cucurella and Sancho, they have a good understanding on the left wing, as an example, right? So I think that's the balance we'll have to do is, like, we won't have the switch of play on the left, but we'll have more intricate passing, right? And let's be honest, Cucurella, even in the advanced 8 position, loses the ball less than Enzo does.
Yes.
That's the other issue, right?
Yeah, that's been the biggest issue.
If Enzo Fernandez could up his defensive ability a bit more and not lose possession as much, because we all thought he was more press proven than he is, right?
Yeah.
If he worked on those two things, trust me, I would want him as a starter. But that's the problem. Is like, if the passing isn't working, he's losing the ball too much, and the passing hasn't been working for a very long time.
Do you think? Real quick, Prime, before you go, fuck you, Daz. CP, do you think if we had better center backs, then you can actually get away with playing Enzo Fernandez and starting Enzo Fernandez, or do you think it's one of those that no matter if it's Christensen, Rudiger back there, you just don't take that risk?
No, you can't do that, because when we had some better center backs, even for example, in Rudiger and Christensen, we used to criticize Jorginho for his lack of defensive ability and his slow mobility. And we had way better center backs. And a Mendy, who literally won goalie of the year, right? And Reece James was the best right back in the world at the time, right? So we've even seen, it's just you need better mobility, or you need to be so much more press proven than you are, no matter what defense you have.
You know what? Let me ask you guys this. This is actually, this might be too much, though.
Oh, yeah, of course I'd put him right centre back. But
that's what he is in the back three, isn't he? He's right centre back at the back.
Wait, but I'm saying like, oh, no, but then, with Malo Gusto inverting, so instead of the centre back pairing of Levi and James, Malo Gusto on the right back, Cucurella on left back, what do you think of that?
But then now we lose the thing we're talking about, right? Where Gusto's not been good, so our right back is shit.
Yeah, like, people need to remember, the way this defense is, it's basically a back third. Anyways.
Yeah.
What I want to do is, my back four would be Reece, Koval in the center, Vega on the left, and have Cucurella invert in midfield. I think Vega is much better at centre back than he is.
Oh, that's what Scott said earlier. Yeah.
And Gusto, I love the guy, but he's just been poor this season, very poor.
I can't disagree. It's. I wonder what it is.
And the thing is, like,
it must be the inverting. I think it's the system.
I don't think it suits him.
With regards to Enzo, I've been saying this. Maybe he's just not good enough for the league. Like, I mean, not good enough. Sorry, not like. He doesn't fit this league, right? Because we've had Ballon d'Or winners be shit for our team in Shevchenko, and we've had Crespo, right? We've had Deco, who won a treble and then went to Barcelona and won more shit, and then came to us and was bang average.
I remember those days.
Right? This is not the first and last time we're gonna have high-profile players that might not be suited for this league, but might do amazing at other leagues. And people keep bringing up international football, but we keep on saying international football is way more slower paced than the Premier League.
Yeah.
So he might suit an Italy better or a Spain better, because we keep on saying France and Portugal are more similar to England, and Spain and Italy are more slower paced. So maybe that's why he works better in Real Madrid. And if he works better for them, good for them. But he doesn't work better for my team. I don't care what he does for other teams. I'm sorry.
Someone mentioned earlier about Marshall. You were talking about how if we had better center backs, Enzo wouldn't be a problem.
No, I didn't say that, but I asked, like, do you think?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
But it would still be a problem because with Enzo's defensive liability, we'd still be putting our defense under unnecessary trouble.
Pressure.
And Enzo is not, at least with Jorginho, people say he was poor defensively, but which I don't believe he was, to be fair. But even if he is, at least he rarely lost the ball. Jorginho was extremely press resistant. He wouldn't lose the ball that often. He would be able to just keep the ball ticking. And that's something Enzo doesn't always do. He can't dribble out of the press, and he can't play the ball out of the press. He loses the ball, doesn't keep it ticking.
It's annoying because he can't do what CAICEDO can do. CAICEDO can dribble up the field a bit and play out of a press. And Enzo used to be able to do that. We've seen him do it, but he just doesn't do it at all anymore.
Exactly. The Enzo we saw when he came in January till the end of that season, that's the Enzo I want. He's not that player anymore for whatever reason.
But we can't keep on holding on to a purple patch because we said the same thing about Batty Shield. I'm saying
I
it's
know.
not just Enzo, right?
That's my point. Sell it.
Yeah, because I even told you, Marshall, remember a couple streams back, I'm like, I give the person one full season with us, even if they're from the same league. But after that, I'm criticizing you. I don't care who you are. And it's been 2.5 years after the season for Batty Shield and Enzo. Right? And that's also for Disassi too. This is year number 2. Get better or get the fuck out.
And you know what? Like, listen, I'm not at the point right now where I'm demanding Enzo to be sold as soon as possible. I still want to see what happens with the whole season because, like we said earlier, it's still only 10 games into a 38-game season, right? Like, it's still early days, technically. So there is room for improvement. There is potential for improvement. We all kind of heard the whispers of what's been going on in his personal life. So I don't know if that's affecting what's happening on the pitch. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that we don't know. Right? We don't know where, as a player, his mental space may be. Maybe that's affecting him, and maybe he improves later in the season. Who knows? But at the end of the season, I do want to see what happened after these 10 games. Is he improving? Is he actually bringing something to the team? Is he having more consistent performances, not just in Conference League and FA Cup, or is he also bringing them off the bench in the Premier League? All right, bread and butter. Like, listen, at the end of the day, like, the result isn't good for us. But luckily for us, City dropped points, Arsenal dropped points, and we also dropped points, but we managed to pick up 1 point. And we're in third now.
City
we're in
lost.
fourth.
Yeah, City actually lost,
City lost. Yes, City lost to Bournemouth, which...
I watched the game, weirdly enough.
We did watch the game, and we know that Bournemouth's side is tough, right? Because of the press that they had. And if they had a Rodri, you can see how that game is different for City. Rodri's a big thing, but go ahead, Prime.
The problem with this game, from a Chelsea perspective, is we are bringing Man United back into the top 4 race because now that Ten Hag's gone and they're going to bring an Amorim in, if he's the manager that I believe he is, because I rate the guy, he's the manager I think he is, he can bring Man United back into the hunt for top 4. Not saying they'll get it, but I think they're still in it, in the race. Us beating Man United today takes us farther away from them. And it would have gave us more time because who knows how Amorim starts. Maybe it takes him 5 games. Maybe he starts off on fire. Who knows? But building up as much distance as we can from them is a good thing. Because now that they're in the race, that's another team we have to worry about. And I don't want that. So next week, we have to beat Arsenal. We have to beat Arsenal.
And the thing is, if we won against United, we would have been 2 points above Arsenal, and if we beat them, we would have been 5 points above them. That's the thing. We could have created a cushion.
It would have been so sweet. It would have been so sweet. But that's the thing too. Like now it's more pressure because I don't want to sound toxic positive. I really don't, because I'm not happy with the result. That's why we're in hell right now. However,
that's why it's red. Okay.
However, we didn't lose, and considering our only defeats are to Liverpool and to City this season, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the result doesn't look that bad. When you add context to it, God damn it, that should have been a win. That should have been a W. And this is a situation that we're talking about with Curry, right? And from one side of things, it's weird. I have to like balance my takes here, because on one end, I'm thinking, okay, surely then we beat Arsenal because that was the worst performance I saw this season. Like, it can't be that bad. And then on the other end, I'm thinking, but it's fucking Arsenal. And they've had our number for some time now.
But that's the thing. If we had beaten, I believe we still should have beaten Palace. And
we were unlucky at parents.
You can arguably say maybe we should have beaten Forest, but let's just say we beat Palace, so that's 2 extra points now. This Man United draw is not that bad.
I mean, because it's still the context of their season. That's what makes it bad. No,
but Marshall, my thing is, say you beat Palace, draw against Man United, draw against Arsenal, then it's not necessarily. Or you say you beat Palace, beat Man United, then draw against Arsenal. It's not that bad, points wise. But because of dropping points against Palace when we should have beaten them, it's now because we're bringing people back into this top 4 race that shouldn't be in this. You know, because we're going to go through a bad patch of form eventually. Hopefully we don't, but we will eventually. And then we're just going to invite Man United and invite Spurs back into this. I don't want that. I want to create distance as much as we can, because we have a better squad than Man United. We have a better squad than Spurs.
And that's the part that you're right.
Also,
we do have a better squad.
Maresca, the biggest problem in this team right now is Robert Sanchez. Drop him. I don't even mind Gusto still being in the team, even though he's been poor, because I understand somewhat why he's here. Sanchez is the reason why we've drawn this game, along with Fofana, but it's the reason why we draw this game. He's the reason why we didn't beat Liverpool. Arguably, he's at fault for the Palace game as well, because I think he should have done better without a chance.
That's arguably, but I get where you're coming from,
Well, I believe a world-class goalkeeper saves that, but regardless.
Yeah, maybe. I can see where you're coming from.
He's costing us 2 big games right now where, you know, we could have won against Man United and we could have got a draw from Liverpool. Yeah. That's, you know, and that's the fine margins here. We need a better goalkeeper.
It's the fine margins that make the difference.
I believe Jorgensen's better than Sanchez.
I just honestly, like, I want to say that, but I don't know. I don't know, because Jorgensen last game didn't give me any confidence whatsoever.
True, but even if he's not, Jorgensen deserves a chance for 1 and 2.
Yeah, I can give you that. Well, actually, I don't know about deserved, but
we have Petrovic, who is better, and we saw that last season.
I know, but we don't have him now. That's the problem, and I don't know what we can do in January.
And that's on Maresca.
Yeah, no, like I don't know, like I'm so desperate, and we talked about this. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, right? But like, I'm so desperate for another goalkeeper. Like, we need something now, like, because God forbid the amount of damage Sanchez is going to do from here until January, and we need to make, like, because it's this bad, guys. It's got this bad, right? Like, Sanchez, because this is what I said earlier at the top of the hour. We are not guaranteed top 4. We are not entitled to top 4. We still have to work for it. We still have to play for it. We still have to get it. Sanchez could cost us top 4.
Hey, I said this back in preseason, bro.
It's that bad now. That Sanchez could cost us top 4.
So you think we should just go out and just spend what 60-ish million, 70 million on Costa?
I'm not saying
instead
spend.
of just going, I guess for
I'm not saying spend in January, but I'm saying we need to find a solution in January. Whether it be if it's even possible to recall a loan or something, I don't know. But there's a solution that needs to be found in January. Because we can't keep playing. We can't keep. Sanchez has been averaging a mistake or a howler per game. It's that bad. It used to not be this bad. It's gotten worse.
Yeah, I can't see Sanchez getting dropped for the next game against Arsenal since it's a big game. I can't see that change happening.
And I'll cry myself to sleep that night.
We also need to criticize the sporting directors with regards to our bench.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's so in center back I kind of not Disasi and stuff, but Vega's good, right? I would say Vega's solid and stuff. But we need more killers, right? So that means either I think improving the first team so some of the first team people can be on the bench. Right? So what I mean by that is we need more goal scorers. We do not have enough of those. Right? We're very Jackson and Palmer reliant. And then Kunku has only given us 1 goal in the league whenever he's been subbed on, and you can say he's been subbed on late or not enough time. I'm sorry, I had a Loic Remy give me 10 league goals being subbed on at that time when we won the league. 10 league goals from Loic Remy, right?
Big up Loic Remy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, he scored 10 league goals, which people hype up like Kai Havertz, who had 13 for being a great striker. We had that from our backup striker. That helped us win the league.
That is a problem too. We don't have a backup striker,
right?
Do we?
It's not even a backup striker. We need a backup attacker who can score goals. And then Kunku, I'm sorry, has not provided that. Like, let's be honest. No, he hasn't.
I don't know, because every time and Kunku,
well, that's
he hasn't.
That's it.
I don't think it's fair on Kunku in the Premier League. He's barely got minutes in the Premier League.
Bournemouth, there was Wolves last season. He ended up getting us a goal against Arsenal.
Yes, but we're talking about last season. I'm talking about this season.
Yeah, but Kunku got injured last season.
Yeah,
I know, but in terms of let me ask you this, CP. Actually, before I even ask you, CP, follow me on this train of thought, okay? All right, Cole Palmer today apparently won the fan man of the match. Okay, I don't know how.
It's because of fans.
Exactly.
Cole Palmer.
I like Cole Palmer, but
it's CAICEDO.
Neto was better than him in the forward line today.
Yep. I think CAICEDO and Sky is man of the match.
I don't think Cole Palmer was shit today. I just don't think he did enough.
Well,
no. He was shit.
There was some moments where he almost. No, I don't.
Let me read the stats. Hold on. We'll get to Palmer. Cole Palmer registered more chance creations, 3, than any other Chelsea player against Manchester United. Cole Palmer registered 100% successful take-ons. That's really all we can come out of this talking about. He created 3 big chances. And listen. To the Palmer standard, he was shit. For everyone else, neutral looking at this, he was all right. For what Palmer can give you, Chris, he was shit today. I know what he can
give me. He can give you world-class performances pretty regular, but I just thought I thought he's okay. I just didn't think he didn't. Okay, for Cole Palmer standards, like you say, yeah, he didn't do enough, of course, and I agree. And I guess he was shit for his. World class, form wise. He's definitely been in world class form since he arrived at Chelsea. But I think I just thought he's okay. Like the take-ons he was doing, I thought it was quite effective. But Man United did pretty well by fouling him each time. I thought because that one effective touch where he was on the left side of the field, right? And he literally tapped it forward, and 2 Man United players are closing down, and he got past them, but they fouled him. That could have been something deadly, but I guess it didn't lead to anything because he got fouled. Same with the Martinez one. He done over 2 United players, and Martinez should have got red carded, of course, I think, but he fouled him straight away. So yeah, he could have done more. I'm not saying he couldn't have, but he could have. But I don't think he's shit. I thought he's still our second best attacker today. Madueke was awful. I guess I can't really blame Jackson because he didn't really get enough service there. He didn't really get involved that much. So, but Neto to me was better than Palmer.
Yeah, no, obviously. But the reason I bring up this, right, Curry, is because I understand that Cole is the type of player that if you leave him on for the 90 minutes in the 89th minute, he could bring in a goal, right, and change the game. But today, would you have kept him on and brought on, maybe taking the risk and brought on a Felix or brought on Nkunku to play in that 10 position?
Yes, to Nkunku playing in the 10, but that's what I'm saying. Just like with Liverpool, or I think it was Newcastle, move him to the right. I'm sorry, because Neto is still cooking on the left. And I think Palmer still has a moment of magic way more than Madueke or Mudryk that he replaced him with later on. Right? So I would still keep him on the right just because of a moment of magic, but I would obviously put Nkunku on the trend. That's what I agree with, right? We have a shadow striker who can go into those dangerous positions, but then we still have like you said, this guy created 3 big chances, which is the most for anyone, right? So I think you still keep him there.
And as well in those stats.
Right.
That's why I don't believe in stats all the time. I think one of the big chances he created was, the corner to Madueke, the header. That's a big chance.
Yeah. Well, no, that makes sense. That is a big chance. Like,
it is. I just think sometimes people might think that's
I think Palmer's decision making today was awful.
Yeah, it was. It was
really bad. That's what I'm saying. He had a shit game because his decision. There was times when he could have switched in the first half to Madueke when we had a run, but he holds on to the ball and then passes to Neto when there's more traffic. Or there's times when he just has the ball and his team's so dribbling into traffic at times, or just getting congested by midfielders trying to obviously dispossess him. He was not good. He was not good today.
Do you think today, I thought this about him today. I thought today he was trying to do too much. He was trying to do too much, and he wasn't keeping it simple at times.
Yeah, no, exactly. He was trying to. This is where the immaturity of this entire squad comes, because we saw this against Newcastle in the midweek with Nkunku, with Felix. Hero ball once again. We can't do hero ball. We can't.
That's
do
the same thing
ball.
we accuse, Felix of doing.
That's what I'm saying. He's playing hero ball. That's like I said. It's with the whole squad. It's the problem with the whole squad, because we had it with Felix and Nkunku in the midweek. This hero ball BS. I'm sorry, you're the playmaker. You're supposed to dictate play. We've given you the license. So do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. We also need more killers, because if you axe out Jackson and Palmer, who do you have, right? You could say Nkunku. I can kind of give you that because he has a record of getting more than 10 goals in a season. Because Felix has never had that besides first year in Benfica, right? So I can't give you João Felix. But that's why I'm saying if there's 3 signings we need to make next summer, it's a center back, it's a goalkeeper, and it's a goal-scoring left winger for me in specific.
It's goalkeeper number 1 for me.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Goalkeeper and center back, but I'm saying we need a goal-scoring left winger. We need that. We need a winger option that is a killer, so they can be
time
scared
will
of that
tell with
wide
Sancho, because I think Sancho has that ability.
I don't think he has for scoring. I think he's a playmaker. That's what I'm saying. We have too many playmakers. That's the problem. Because Neto, we can say he can strike the ball. He's probably one of the best strikers of the ball, but he's never scored more than 5 goals in the league.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's gotten 11 assists in the league. He's never scored more than 5 goals in one league season. Right?
I think it's weird that Maresca would want a winger like Sancho. Because
it makes sense.
It doesn't, because from the profile of wingers Maresca wants, he wants wingers that can actually beat and take on their man. So that's why Madueke makes sense, Neto makes sense, Mudryk makes sense. Sancho doesn't. You're going to play Sancho out
because Sancho has the most successful take-ons in the league.
Can I finish? Okay. If you're going to play Sancho on the wing, you might as well play Palmer out on the wing as well. Because Sancho is not necessarily beat. I'm not saying Sancho can't beat his man, but that's not his primary attribute. Just like with Palmer, his primary attribute is not beating his man. His primary attribute is being able to link up with someone and drift inside. If you're gonna play Sancho out there, it makes no difference to play Palmer out there as well. Just what I'm saying.
I think it is one of his primary attributes. I think first is link up play, usually with his fallback, from what I remember from Dortmund days. But his second best, I think, attribute is taking on his man. He's done that in Dortmund, and he's the best in terms of percentage. And I think he's had the most successful take-ons in the entire league. It's just he can't. He takes someone on. It's obviously slower pace and help to keep possession, but it's nothing more than that, right? That's the thing. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing with
Dog
it,
fight
right?
happening.
No, some dog just saw my dog.
I've seen
So that's
wingers
the,
he had last year, Mavididi and
Fatawu.
the other guy Patawu, and then he has Neto, Madueke, and Mudryk. They all make sense. They're all like similar-ish profiles that can actually take on their man. Sancho's not doing that. Sancho's taking on his man in a different sort of way, similar to what Palmer would do if he was playing out on the wing, is my point. If you're going to play Sancho out there, then to me, if we're trying to win a game, like at the latter stages, take off Madueke or Neto, whoever who's playing on the right, put Palmer out there, and put Nkunku in the 10, is what I'm saying.
It's
So I think Prime, what you mean is more so running past his man, because Sancho takes on his man in terms of dribbling past him, but then he's not quick enough to have the blistering pace to like drive.
Yeah,
Like that's what I think you
you
mean.
just know what I said.
Yes, that's why I said you mean run past his man more than take on his man.
No, my point was that when we're trying to win a game, like at the latter stages, take off whoever who's playing right wing, put Palmer on the right, and then play Nkunku in the 10. That's my point. That if we're trying to chase the game, Palmer playing as a winger would actually work because Sancho playing as a winger works.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Sancho, right? I feel like time will tell with him if he's going to be that goal-scoring winger or a winger that can score goals, CP, because I feel like with Sancho, first, you got to put into context a little that he was iced out at that United team and was able to play half a season with Dortmund, right? Since January, he got that loan, came back, iced out again early this season, and then now he's at Chelsea. 3 assists, which is respectable. But there, in those games, there are moments where he does find himself in goal-scoring positions. And I think if Maressa can successfully bring out that aggression in him to, dude, when you're in those positions, sometimes be selfish and take the shot. Then we could potentially see a breakthrough with Sancho where, okay, now he's giving me the dribbles, right? And being able to take on his man, create a chance, and give me assists, but also he can put himself in positions where he can now score goals, and now he's taking on those chances a little more often. Kind of like how with Jackson, we used to have this debate with Jackson about like taking, not even debate, but like the criticism of Jackson taking way too many touches in front of the box, just shoot. And lately with Jackson, and unfortunately not today, I'm very disappointed that Jackson didn't get a good performance today, that when he does get the ball and he finds himself in a goal-scoring position, now he's shooting and thinking less about, I'm going to try to dribble past the keeper and all this stuff. What do you think about that as a potential solution, CP, with Jadon Sancho?
I disagree because he's just too scared to take the shot. Because with Jackson, we could even say last season, he was at times trigger happy, right? He would take shots, pop shots, where like, why are you shooting? But he's shooting. He's having the instinct to shoot. Sancho's never done that. Like besides the, I think 2021 season with Dortmund where he had 14 goals and 14 assists. Other than that, even last season with Dortmund, I think he had 2 goals. The entire campaign, including Champions League and League. 2 goals. He was having great performances. He was helping with playmaking, right? But it was still, again, 2 goals. He doesn't have the killer instinct to like fire it. That's the problem.
I mean, was that the problem when he was in Dortmund on his first stint before he came to United? Because I feel like he had no issues scoring goals.
No. But that was 2020, 2021. Now we're 3 to 4 years down the line, right? And the Dortmund stint he had recently, he only had 2 goals.
Yeah.
The entire season, like his entire half season, including league, including Champions League, including like everything. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like unless you guys think we missed anything, I feel like we did talk about most of the things today. I mean, it's really demoralizing that we lost to United. It makes the Arsenal game all that more important. Like, if we manage to beat Arsenal, then I think I can swallow this pill. It does make the Carabao Cup loss a little bit more annoying, too. Not going to lie, considering part of the reason that was touted was to prepare for this match. And we still lost. Or not, well, we drew. It feels like a loss. But, CP, you were going to say something?
I would say last thing would be Maresca. I have not been liking the recent quotes recently with, oh, we know we're gonna concede, or like, you know, we had a decent performance. No. What are we doing with this mid-table mentality? Some of these quotes are sounding very Poch-esque. I'm not obviously Maresca out. I very much support him, but the past 2 games in Newcastle and this game, the post-match quotes, some of them have been very Poch-esque, have been very Arteta-esque, that we say are not winners, are not having the crazy mentality to win. He's saying, I'm satisfied with the team, we played well and this and that, and all that stuff. No, we played decent, we didn't play well, we didn't create enough chances. Hell, Man United had more XG than us. They created more. If you're thinking about it, I know one of the XG is obviously the penalty, but we saw some misses they had. Garnacho, like Højlund fluffing it literally in front of the box. Xerxes fluffing it in front of the box. We didn't have chances like that to fluff up. They did. The best chance we had was an Enzo Fernandez and a Madueke header. These guys had like chances in the box, like one-on-one with the defender or one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and they're just shit players. If this was a better team, a Man City or even an Aston Villa or something with killers, or like a Tottenham with Son there, we would be screwed. We would be losing this game 3-1.
This is one of the quotes that came out, by the way. We scored, we came back. After the goal, we tried to win. We're happy because we knew how difficult it would be. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I do like the mentality of always fighting back. I did like that. Because after we conceded, I was saying on Lewis's stream, I'm like, it's game over, we're losing this game, we're fucked. But then we found a way to score, right? Which is good. But I can't have this, we knew like it was going to be difficult. Like, I'm sorry, we can say that for any fucking game. He's probably going to say that for, you know, every team in the Premier League is a difficult match. If we, like, let's say, draw to Leicester. Or like, oh, maybe we kind of should have done better, but you know, the Premier League, anyone can lose to anyone. Don't give me this generic bullshit quotes.
I'm just looking over at these quotes.
Congratulations.
Oh. TJ, where were you when that happened? Come on, bro. Late to the party, dog. What's going on with you, bro? No, I'm just kidding. Big up TJ all the time in the chat. I'm going to be doing some Poch watch-alongs, unfortunately, during the international break.
Let's go.
No.
Where are you doing this?
No.
Where are you doing this, Marshall?
Fucking DJ Warren TV, the only place where you can see me fucking pissed off at my team again. That's the only place you're going to see me do a watch-along, to be honest, is the USA fucking Poch hate-alongs.
Hey, what's happening Cook, man? What's happening Cook?
It's because I love you, TJ. That's why.
As a Canadian who has Jesse March, I hope Poch in, man. Poch in as a Canadian. Long live, man. Poch in.
Marshall, give Poch time, man. He needs time to build a system.
Yeah, he's just started, hasn't he? How many games has he done?
Exactly, man.
One game where all our players looked. It was horrible to see.
Well,
yeah, you had more than one game, no?
I think new system.
I just saw one game.
Hey, Marshall,
new system?
Yeah,
there was no system.
No, I think
no
he's
system.
2 to 3. Yeah, new system. Come on, new system. It takes time, Marshall. You know, he doesn't have enough time.
I can't believe there are Chelsea fans on this panel right now actually trying to gaslight me into Pochettino for my country.
3 to 4 years.
I can't believe the victims are now becoming the victimies, or whatever the word is.
Your best player is what, Pulisic or who is it? Pulisic's actually not too bad, but
to be fair, Marshall,
what can he do?
Time to build his system, bro. He needs time to
build
his system.
Marshall, you know this. In international football, you don't see them week in, week out. You know, kind of like you do with
Bye. I'm not doing this. Not doing this. I'm not doing this with Potch. Listen, I'm in hell already. You guys don't need to dig through fire and brimstone to get me any deeper into hell. Hell is hell. All right, we're not doing this. We're not doing this with Potch. No Potch revision isn't for Chelsea fans. You guys know how much it hurts. You guys know how much it hurts. You feel it in your heart. All right, the scars have not healed yet. Stop doing this. Don't do this. Do not do this. You know how much it hurts. Don't do this.
I am not a clown.
You are shameless.
Yeah, I
You
am
are
not a clown.
shameless people.
I am not a clown.
Even Potch was gaslighting me that day. Oh my god.
You're feeling time, bro. You need time to build a system.
Go on, you're not gonna get like a two
It
cool.
needs time to build a grill.
You're not gonna
because
get. You're not gonna.
Our
get
fucking
two cool
US team is cooked.
Hey, Marshall,
Our
don't
US
worry,
team
man.
is cooked.
As a Canadian, I'll get you a Potch in scarf. You know, I'll get you a US Potch scarf. Don't worry. As a Canadian, I'll do that. You know what
You
I'm
think they make them?
saying? So what, Chris?
Do you think they will make a Potch in scarf?
Shut up.
Oh no! There must be a Pochettino
United
US scarf. I
States
bet
scarf?
you. Yeah. No, yeah, there must be. Don't worry.
Who
I'll
was your
find
last
something on
manager?
Etsy.
I bet your Potch is better than him.
Then who? My last
I know
manager,
you-
Brohalter? Yeah,
Yeah.
not by much though.
Yeah.
Not by
Hey,
much.
Come on, you stepped up. You stepped up and got a better manager.
You need
Dude,
to shut up and read this quote.
Chris. It's like comparing rhino shit with elephant shit. Like maybe
Yeah,
one
but
is
the
slightly
Elephant shit's
bigger,
better.
but like one slightly more shit. Like technically speaking.
Bro, you said
So-
the elephant shit's better like you upgraded to a Ferrari. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
Like,
the
don't sound like you're don't pretend like you're excited. You well, not you, but Prime has Thomas Tuchel if he wants to cheer for England. I'm English now.
Wait, stop. How would I have?
Oh
fun?
yeah, I'm cheering England now.
You know, do you root only Nigeria during international breaks, or do
I'm
you
not
sometimes
English.
root for
I'm not
England?
English.
Yeah, he's
I thought you
Irish.
were Irish.
No,
He's
he's
Irish.
Irish.
No, he's Irish.
You're not. I
Irish,
thought you
bro.
I thought you were part Irish. I thought you were part Nigerian.
Yeah.
I didn't know you
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah,
English at all.
so he's not English at all then.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You racist son of a. Oh, don't.
See,
you just-
Marshall. You can think about it like this: two countries that bottle international tournaments. Think of them, and then those are the two he chooses. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria and Ireland.
I
you know
don't think
what
he
I'm saying?
chose.
How do Ireland bottle international tournaments?
They don't make it at all. I don't know.
But yeah, by now I'm qualifying for
But,
World Cups
like-
and shit.
Okay, so did Ipswich bottle the Premier League this season? What are we talking about?
What?
Hmm.
Nah, but I
We're
don't,
Ipswich. We're Ipswich. We're not in the Premier League.
Well,
title.
see, no. Here's the thing: Ipswich make the Premier League, at least make a World Cup. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so fine. We're Millwall.
No,
that's a low blow.
that's
That's
pretty
a
low.
low.
Like, you don't make tournaments. Well, what's your point?
Yeah, I can't
Also,
lie. My
For
team.
anyone, Marshall, do you want a manager that's a winner in charge of the US?
No one is going there.
Shut up, Chris. No one's talking to you. Marshall, do you want a manager that's a winner of the USA?
Sure. Who?
Yeah.
Chris, no one asked you. Damien Duff.
Oh, hey, let's go! Yeah,
I'll
take Damien
Hold
Duff.
on, no, let me
Yeah,
speak.
dude.
Let me speak. Chelsea goal hero Damien Duff, Irish legend, became manager in November 6th, 2021 of Shelburne FC, his first managerial job.
Hmm.
And he got them to 7th in the league. He got them 4th last season. And the season that just ended this weekend, he won the title by 2 points ahead of the biggest club in the country, Shamrock Rovers. He has won more league titles in less time as a manager than Mikel Arteta. So, Marshall, if you want a winner, want a title winner, go get Damien Duff.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Better than Poch. I'm being so serious. I'd rather take another MLS manager than Poch. That's how much I don't want Poch. And especially after seeing that friendly against Mexico, where I saw nothing. Yeah, I'll take anyone
But did you see any passion? You saw some passion, right? You saw some passion. Didn't you see any
from
passion?
Mexico.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Hey,
from Mexico.
Mexico are different.
I even had Chic TV. I even had Chic TV on that stream telling me, "Yeah, the patterns of play, and even he took it back with the trolling was too trolly." So It is what it
bro,
is.
let's be fair, bro.
We're not being
Mexico,
fair.
the derby, the difficult opposition. You have to be fair.
This is the worst Mexican side in years.
And this is the worst US side in years. Same thing.
Yeah, made even worse by Poch. Anyways,
hey, bro,
we don't need to make this a Poch USA stream. I do need to. I do want to end it. We've run out of things to talk about.
I'm just trying.
Yeah, whatever.
Run out of juice.
Yeah,
hey, wait
run out of lemons.
Wait until January when you can sign a few players, bro.
All right. Well, that being said, ladies and gents, we're going to call it right here. Very, very disappointing loss. Obviously, I'm not happy with it at all. I don't think most Chelsea fans are happy with this result at all. The only thing we can smile about is... 1 second.
We're above Arsenal. We're above Arsenal now on the goal difference.
Oh, yeah.
I am putting it on full display. Ladies and gents, have your screenshots ready. And let's hope this lasts. Because even if we draw against Arsenal, this is still the goal difference. Hopefully we don't.
Yeah, we're still above them. Yeah, if we draw.
Wow. Yeah, we'll both be lower though, probably that week.
So, listen, we are in a top 4 race.
Oh shit.
I think this game solidifies that we are in a top 4 race, not a title race. This team is not ready for a title race. I'm saying it right now. We are in a top 4 fight.
We
But Marshall, a few weeks ago, you were saying that these players
I was
believe
asking.
that they're in the title.
I was asking the question.
You're doing the wordplay. Okay.
Words have meaning.
It could be a
ladies
top
and
3
gents.
race. It could be a top 3 race though, because
Yeah, I mean,
like
it could be.
Nottingham Forest, like they could
I don't expect
probably
Nottingham
fall
Forest
off.
to sustain this.
They got hard
this
one.
form.
They got a hard one coming out.
Yeah, I don't expect them to sustain
Exactly.
this.
One
form.
loss
Probably
in the
against
league. Wow, fair play
Arsenal.
to Nottingham.
They've been good.
Yeah.
They've been
Also,
good.
also, Ola Aina, my right back.
Yeah, he scored today, didn't he?
Ola
No,
Aina.
yeah, he did.
I think it's Fulham who beat Nottingham Forest, funny enough.
Did he score today? Or did he get an assist?
He scored.
Okay, he scored.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. Woods as well, man. Woods is cooking.
Take a good look at this, TJ. I'm just letting you know it's going to stay this way after next week.
Oh, Chris
So-
Woods, by the way. I told people last year that
8 goals scored.
He's better than Taiwo, and when people wanted to argue with me, I told people.
Yeah. But ladies and gents, we're going to call it right here. As usual, be sure to smash the like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts and your frustrations with today's game. Check out the links in the description. And be sure to check out the memberships because there's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. At the proper casual tier and higher, we do give shout outs at the end of every show. And those are going to go out to EE, Hassan Nawaz, Dark, Adrian, Ace Solomon, and Scott. If you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and copy and paste this raid message because we're going to raid Flawless and the Yardman. Probably talking about the United game as well. I would think theirs is more lighthearted and kind of happy with the result because a draw is not a bad result for them considering their form going into this.
You're saying Yardman can be analytical about a game. Marshall, hey.
That's not all what I said, but we
That's what you
will
said.
go ahead and raid them and copy paste that raid message. Let them know where you're coming from. We'll be back. I don't know. I think Wednesday we're going to do a call-in show, and then Thursday will probably be a Casually Chelsea show. And then previews.
Yeah, we got a game on
preview.
Thursday.
Never mind. Maybe I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do. But Wednesday there will be a stream. I think it's going to be a call-in stream because it's the first Wednesday of the month. So, yeah, tune in for that if you want to call in and have your say, especially considering the result of the weekend. But yeah. Fourth place in the Premier League. The top 4 race is there. We are in top 4. Let's continue to maintain ourselves there, and we'll see where the season goes. But Arsenal next. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. See you on Sarcasm City. And as always, stay casual. Peace.